have the tab muted.
Let's go. Open up. It's time for parkour.
All right, time for my mandatory parkour check. Let's get this over with.
You're late. You know the deal.
Okay.
You can do the 1 block jump for the raw chicken, or you can attempt the 1 block vertical jump for the beef.
Here in Parkour Civilization, no one chooses to jump for the beef.
This for them, this heaps. There's so much.
Jump for the chicken rather than risk your entire life for just half a hunger bar more.
Tomorrow, you better not be late, or you'll be doing 2 block jumps as punishment.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I won't be late next time. Down here, us parkour
Oh my
noobs
gosh,
only get
you
fed
jump for the
once a day.
beef?
One piece of
No
raw
way.
chicken is just enough to get you to the next day. But that's the life of Parkour Civilization. If you want to survive, you
Can you
have
just
to
shift
parkour.
this?
Every
you go.
parkour noob has the same goal, and that's to make it to the top layer where
It's an
all
easy
the
jump, but
parkour
is it
pros
worth the
live.
risk of
Except
your
most
life?
Parkour pros are born on the top layer. If you're a parkour noob, there's only one way up, and that is through the temple.
Why
of
is this
parkour.
near 2
The Temple
hours?
of
Get a
Parkour is the
blanket,
only
get
structure in
comfy.
the world that combines the bottom layer to the top layer. To make
It's
it up,
time.
you have to do an impossible
I've already watched half of this.
that no parkour noob has ever completed. And that's assuming you even get the chance to complete the course. The inside of the temple is protected by a barrier, and the only
don't
way a
understand how
parkour
deep
noob
this story
gets past
goes.
the barrier is if they've earned a ticket. I've never even tried getting a ticket before, but if I'm gonna rank up to a parkour pro one day, I'm gonna have to. In my neighborhood, pretty much everyone has fallen into the void
If
and
my
died,
tummy
except for the
stops
guy who
hurting
lives
today,
right
I'm
next to
gonna
me.
order
He's been my
food
neighbor
because
for
I'm
5 years.
I'm
Why did he try going for the beef? Well, I guess I have to change my statement. I now live in this neighborhood alone. In Parkour Civilization,
Shouldn't have
only
gone for the
parkour
beef,
pros
man.
are allowed to break or place blocks. For parkour noobs, it's strictly prohibited. And
If
unfortunately,
my stomach
I found that
starts
out the
feeling
hard way.
better, I
A while
did take
ago, I was
ibuprofen
searching
a couple
around and
hours ago.
somehow stumbled
If it
upon
feels
an
better,
oak
I'm gonna
log.
order
No
food
one
later.
has seen an oak log in years since trees don't exist in Parkour Civilization. So I had to try to take it.
Stop right now.
Oh no, I'm done for.
You really thought you could break that without me noticing? What, were you gonna try to cheat parkour?
No, sir, I didn't try to cheat. I just thought it would be super rare and I wanted to collect it.
Stop talking. Give me 2
No, no,
jumps
no.
now.
2 jumps in a row? Okay, sorry, sir. I'll do it right now.
You know what? You seem a little too happy about 2. Let's make it 3.
Okay, I'll do
Duh.
3.
You know what? Now let's make it 4 jumps in a row.
4 in
Down.
a row? Come on. In Parkour Civilization, it should
What
be
is
no
that sound
surprise
called?
that all punishments were just more forms of parkour. And that was the last time I ever tried breaking a block.
You're lucky you got a light punishment. Don't forget, you're at the bottom, so follow the rules.
It's safe to say that if you're at the bottom level of Parkour Civilization, it's not exactly the best. But not everything in Parkour
Damn.
Civilization is that bad. For example, I was able to use parkour to buy the biggest house in the neighborhood. In Parkour Civilization, literally everything is parkour, and that means parkour has replaced money.
Welcome. Choose which house you want to buy.
It's pretty nice. In Parkour Civilization, all you have to do to buy anything is just make more parkour jumps. I'm not really sure why or how parkour works as a currency, but all I know is I basically bought a 2-story house for free. Somehow when I was buying my house, I convinced myself to go for the ladder jump to buy the bigger house. In Parkour Civilization, parkour jumps with trickier items like ladders are worth more.
Damn, they
That's
got
why
it.
this jump
And
basically
they
bought me
also
a
have no
mansion.
hunger.
No way. Thank you for buying the
Like,
big house. Let me take you
hello?
right to it. Just follow me.
Hello, Leona.
This is
Oh
awesome.
shoot,
just
I
bought my
kinda...
first house. All houses in Parkour Civilization are pre-built, and they all
My apologies. Before we continue this, I gotta do one thing that I almost forgot to do when we came back. Hi Johnson, hi Shima, hi Argus, hi Lodas, hi Proteus, hi Ghostly, hi Wolfie, hi Jumbum, hi Fishing, hi Jumbum, hi Suxar, hi Jumbum, hi Linz, hi Shima, hi Leona. Okay, now we're good, I'm
have
caught up.
one thing in common. It's a requirement that every single house has a parkour jump inside to get to your bed. This is a way to make sure everyone in Parkour Civilization
Now we're ready.
parkours everywhere they go, even inside the
Hello?
house.
Hi
So,
Fishing.
this is the neighborhood you'll be living in. You're the only 2-story house here.
Hello.
So if you follow me, I'll give you a
Hi
house tour.
Wolfie.
This is so sick. That ladder jump literally may be the richest one in the neighborhood.
Hi
As you can
Ghostly.
see, you have a jump on the top floor and a jump on the bottom floor. Let me show you the upstairs, and then the house is all yours.
All right. I mean, everything looks good. I just have to do this jump to my bed. Yeah, I think I got everything figured out.
Perfect. Last thing, I just need to check if your parkour jump is good.
How are you supposed to check if it's good? Wait, what the? Did this guy for real just jump off? I'm really confused.
They're
Is he
dead now.
alive? Why did he do that?
All right, just wanted to confirm that your house is ready to move in. The guy did in fact die, so everything should be good.
That guy seriously died?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a
Oh,
part of
the
the job.
boom
Enjoy your house.
sound.
How is that a part of the job? What? No one really remembers how
I found
Parkour
my
Civilization
blanket.
started. Most of the parkour noobs down here at least think that the parkour pros were the
Wait,
ones
I have
who
a jacket
started
on my
it.
chair
But
too.
the
I'm gonna
truth
use
is,
that.
I think I was the one who started it. For some reason, I can't remember the best, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
this
they
is how
started the
story went.
universe.
Yo, see what? Yo, Hello? Bro, you think I could get a diamond real quick? I was mining for like 3 hours and I only found 2 diamonds. I just want to make a diamond pickaxe.
Sorry. Don't have any to spare.
Bro, come on, don't be like that. You were literally just holding one. Dude, just give me one and I'll pay you back later. I just need a pickaxe.
All right, fine. Give me 1 second. If you want a diamond, you gotta give me something. All right, watch out. Back up for 1 second. Look, if you can make this 4-block jump, I'll pay you 1 diamond.
Make this 4-block jump. Wait, why? Why
Oh
are
my
you gonna
gosh.
pay me to do parkour?
He
What do you
concerns
even
giving
gain from this?
nightmares of falling.
I don't know. I've just never seen anyone do it before. I'd pay to see it done.
Okay, I'll take the offer. Oh, this is so annoying. All right, just give me a second. I know it's possible. I've done it before.
I told you, bro, it's not possible.
Just stop talking and watch. I'm gonna do it in like 30 seconds. And there we go. Finally. Look, I told you it was possible.
No way. That was actually incredible. All right, well, I got my money's worth.
Let's go. I got paid for parkour.
If you want, I can keep making more parkour for you to do, and I'll pay you for it.
Are you kidding? Dude,
I don't know what a
totally. All right,
diamond
I'll be
dozen
back here
is.
tomorrow, I guess. And this is basically how parkouring for money started. The next day I showed up to Siwat's house. He offered me way more diamonds this time, and he constructed an entire parkour course outside of his house to do. But little did we know that this parkour course would completely change the way that the world works. Soon after this event, the parkour civilization began. Now that I think about it, there's kind of an unexplainable gap between those events and now, but oh well.
Parkour check time. You got 30 seconds.
Another beautiful morning, and I have to parkour for some more raw chicken that will make me starve even more. All right, I'm here.
1 block for raw chicken, 1 block vertical for beef. What are you choosing today?
Considering my neighbor just died for going for the beef, I'm just gonna go with the chicken again.
Keep in mind, there's a ticket event today. It's gonna be about 200 blocks west.
This was huge news. If there actually was a
ticket
ticket event
event.
today, I would need to go for the beef. Ticket events are usually far away, and I would starve by the time I got there if I chose the chicken. But luckily, I got the beef.
No way. You made that jump? You might become a parkour pro one day.
Wait, you really think I could rank up to be a parkour pro?
Not a chance.
Not a
You're
chance.
a parkour noob. You guys never rank up.
It's important to know that parkour pros have really big egos and they like to put down the parkour noobs. This was an important day. This was only the second time I've jumped for the beef, and now I have a chance to earn a ticket. The ticket events are so risky because they're located so far away. If I wasn't paying attention, I could miss just one of these 1-block jumps and my entire chances of becoming a parkour pro would be over. But luckily, I made it to the ticket event. When I got here, there were only 3 parkour noobs in line to do the parkour course. Most noobs don't even show up for the courses anymore because if you miss one jump, you end up like this guy. And that's the price you pay if you want a ticket to be a parkour pro. I watched as the second noob fell to the void. Hey man, do you think you could go already?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of nervous I'm gonna fall.
No, you don't need to be nervous. I'm sure you're fine. Oh, shoot. Okay. Never mind then. Before
Death.
going for it, I wanted
Yeah,
to
this
study
is what the
parkour
question's
course.
for.
See, every
Yeah.
week the ticket challenge changes, and it's
Mhm.
completely random. And this week's course was extremely difficult. There was a 2-block jump to get to the ticket, and if you get it, a 2-block jump to get out of it. Here's the thing about parkour civilization. Parkour can be used for anything, and that includes bribing parkour pros. Check this out. If I do a parkour jump with the 360, will you replace one of the 2-block jumps with a 1-block jump?
You want to do a 1-block jump with a 360? Fine. There's no way you're gonna make it, but I'll accept.
Let's go, the parkour pro accepted by bribe. And now I have another problem. I have to
Bribes.
do a 360? Have I even done this before? Whatever, I'm just gonna go for it. Please make it. No way, I actually did it. All right, deal's a deal, right?
I'm not gonna lie. That was the coolest thing I've seen a parkour noob do. Well, a deal's a deal. Here you go.
Let's go. Now there was only one
360
2-block jump in the
spin.
course.
Still gotta make the first 2-block jump, noob.
Yeah, whatever. Just let me do the course, bro. This was my best chance to finally earn a ticket. If I actually get this ticket, I could access the parkour temple
What
and
even
make my
is
way
this?
up into
It's
a
the
better
parkour
life as a
civilization.
parkour pro. There was no turning back now. I had to start the course. Most parkour noobs aren't experienced with diagonal jumps, but somehow I got past it. And now was the 2-block jump. This was life or death. I closed my eyes and I went for it. I expected to be falling thousands of
It's
feet
really
per second
uncanny
into the
valley.
void, but to my surprise, I was standing on the platform with the ticket. And thanks to the deal I made with the parkour pro,
I
only
expected
had a
to
1-block
dislike
jump
the
to get out of the
series,
course.
but I kinda
This
like
was
it.
life-changing. This was the first time I've ever received a ticket to access the parkour temple, and I promised myself that I wasn't gonna waste it. I made my way over to the parkour temple. I was in a good spot. I had 3 full hunger bars, which is the most hunger a parkour noob can have. This was it. There was no better time, no more perfect time to try making the parkour course
Oh
to
my
rank
God.
up to a parkour
It could become
pro.
a parkour
I walked up to
pro.
the hoppers in the ground and I threw in my ticket. After a few seconds, the invisible barrier that guards the parkour temple was down. And now, of course, I had to make sure I didn't fail the 1-block jump to actually get inside the temple. I made the 1-block jump successfully, and now I was officially inside the temple. This was it. This was the moment
Are we
I've been
shaving
waiting
cat
for
spots
my
in here?
entire
No, that's
life.
gonna
This
happen
was the parkour course that
in like a
no
week from
parkour
now.
noob has
Tama.
ever beaten. If you miss
My
any of
cat
these
Tama
jumps,
needs to get
you'll
that
either
done, but
die
it doesn't
from
happen
fall
on
damage
stream.
or fall directly into the void. But I've
This is
come
gonna be
too
an anime
far, and
next
I
year.
practiced too much to have that happen.
I'd
I wasn't
watch
just gonna
it.
be another parkour noob that fails this course. I was gonna be the first
Is
one
this
to
a
rank
death
up to become
game
a parkour pro.
show?
My journey to becoming a parkour pro starts now.
Hey, wake up. You want a chance to eat today or
Oh,
what?
that's rough.
All right, let's get this over with.
Let's go. Hurry up and do the parkour, noob.
Down here in parkour prison, even the cells have one
Parkour
block jumps. If you
prison!
miss a single jump, or if a parkour pro catches you not jumping for 30 seconds, you'll be thrown into the lava.
All right, I gotta ask. Do you want to do a diagonal jump to reduce your prison sentence time?
Most parkour noobs would never take this deal. Diagonal jumps are just not worth the risk. But I wasn't just gonna sit in parkour prison my entire life. If there was any chance I could get out sooner,
Yeah, this
I
is the
was gonna
Minecraft
take it.
movie.
That was
Yeah.
unexpected. Congrats. You've earned 1 day off your prison
Yeah.
time. That means you go from 49 years and 320 days to 49 years and 319 days left.
And this is how my life is gonna be for the next 49 years in parkour prison. That is, unless I find a way to get to that portal and make my way back to parkour civilization. Parkour prison is located directly under the bottom
The
layer of
Minecraft
parkour
movie wanted, yeah,
civilization.
actually.
If a parkour noob misses any jump, they fall into the void and end up here. And the only way back to civilization is to spend 50 years here without failing a jump. Before I was sent here, I never knew this place existed, and I was so close to becoming a parkour pro. My entire life, I've been training for one goal, and that's to go to the Temple of Parkour and complete the impossible course to rank up to become a parkour pro. I had everything. I earned the ticket to get inside the temple, and I had enough
They
food
fucked
to
up
make
the
journey. But when
1-block
the time
jump.
came, I failed the first jump. And now I'm dead. What the? Where am I?
They're not
Welcome
dead.
to parkour prison, or as most noobs call it, their worst nightmare. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you right to your cell.
Parkour prison? What is this place? I don't get it. How am I still alive?
Hey, and just make sure you don't miss any of these 1-block jumps, because if you fall in the lava, you will die for real this time.
Oh, yeah, not a problem. I've never missed a 1-block jump in my life. What I didn't get is why parkour prison existed. Instead of letting the parkour noobs just fall into the void, somehow this massive structure was made under the void to catch
I think
us.
they'd run out
But
of hunger
why?
first.
Alright, noob, this is your cell. Go on in.
All of the cells in parkour prison were separated by a 3-block gap, meaning once I went inside this cell, I would never be able to escape. But that wasn't gonna stop me from trying.
The dress
Make sure
circles
you're
in
doing at
1980s
least
McDonald's
one
commercial.
jump in your
Actually,
cell
though,
every 30 seconds. If one of us catches you not
let me
jumping,
get.
you're not
They
making
with
it
the
out of
gif.
here.
Just minutes before this, I was about to rank up to be a parkour pro.
forgot.
And now, I'm in the most dangerous place in parkour civilization.
There you go.
As far as I'm concerned,
Sorry about
I'm
that.
the only noob right now in parkour prison. My guess is most of them by now fell in the lava. Wait, there's actually someone here. Let's go, I'm not alone down here.
That
Wait,
was with
why
full
does this
hunger.
guy
You
look
can't-
familiar?
you can't
He's been
jump.
my neighbor for 5 years.
Fully, if you don't have full health.
No way, it is my neighbor. Wow, I'm so glad I'm not alone down here. No! Dude, what is wrong with this guy? All right, he has to be doing it on
Dead.
purpose at this point. The only thing that's better about parkour prison is they feed us fish instead of raw chicken.
Hey, noob, let's go. You've been selected for parkour testing. Be down there in 30 seconds.
Parkour
And
testing.
this is one of the not so good parts about prison. The random parkour testing. Bro, wait, you didn't even fill in this gap. Ah, man, now I gotta do another 1-block jump. If you're a prisoner here, the only thing you hope for is that you don't get selected for random parkour testing. Every few days, the pros will pick a noob at random to test out a new course they've built. This time, the course I was selected for had fence parkour. If I failed to make this 1-block fence jump, I wouldn't be coming back.
Let's go. We don't have all day. Get on the course.
Yes, sir. I'm going right now. The worst part about these random courses is that they intentionally use harder blocks for the jumps. The pros know that the noobs have almost no experience with fence jumps, but they build them anyways.
Alright, testing complete. Back to your cell in 30 seconds.
By some miracle, I was able to get past this week's random testing course. But what about the next week or the week after that? There's gonna be some day when they build a jump that I can't do, and I need to get out of here before that happens. Luckily, I've been thinking of a plan
Is
to
this
make
on
my
gonna get
escaped.
effect
Back
called
in
Divine
Parkour
Bloom.
Civilization, I used parkour to
I swear
bribe
they've
one of the
used this
pros,
so
and
much
now
in
I
this.
was gonna do it again. Hey, guard!
What do you want, noob?
I got something to show you. Can you come over here?
This better be worth my time, or I'm not feeding you tomorrow. Okay, what?
Oh, nothing really. I just wanted to ask you if I could pay you in 3 diagonal jumps in a row for 5 minutes of free time?
3 in a row?
Yep, 3 in a
3?
row. What do you think?
You're definitely not making that. But it's not like I care anyways. Sure.
Like always, parkour can be used to get out of any situation. But now I had one chance to make 3 diagonal jumps in a row, or else I was dead. Come on. 1, 2, 3. No way. I actually did it.
Okay, 5 minutes of free time, but you better be back in your cell by the time I get back.
The bribe worked. Now I had 5
The
minutes
bribe
to roam
worked.
around parkour prison to see if I could find a way to escape. I had no clue what was going to happen to me after I escaped, but I didn't have time to think about that right now. When I jumped around the prison, I noticed someone doing the random testing course. Wait,
Oh,
is
no.
that who I think it is? No, you don't need to be nervous. I'm sure you're fine. Oh, no way. It is the guy who failed the ticket event in front of me. That guy was nice. I hope he clutches up these glass jumps and makes it back to
I sure hope
civilization.
nothing happens to-
Something
Oh!
was strange about this testing course. Why were they using glass for parkour? Glass jumps aren't even a thing at the parkour noob level. If noobs have never done glass jumps, why would they use them to test the jumps? I just gotta get out of
Right.
I
here.
bet you're
Death.
trying to think of a plan to escape, right?
What? Escape? What are you talking about? I would never try to escape.
You're not? I was gonna take you to the portal, but if you don't want to,
This obviously seems like you're trying to set me up.
it's not a setup. No one says you have to stay here. You can leave at any time. Just follow me and I'll take you there.
I'm 99% sure I'm being led into a trap, but it doesn't matter. If he gets me close to the portal, I'll try to improvise. If this guard was leading me into a trap, I couldn't see what it was. He was already getting me
This
so
guard
close
is
to the
very
portal.
nice,
At
though.
this point, I was just gonna have to take a chance and hope that he was telling me the truth. I was now 5 blocks away from going back to parkour
I can't remember if they
civilization.
come
You
up
can
later.
leave now if you accept the terms that you can never earn a ticket to rank up to become a parkour pro for the rest of your life.
Wait, you're saying
Oh,
if
right,
I
that
go
part.
back to parkour civilization now, I can never be a parkour pro?
That's correct. Or you can wait out the remainder of your 49 years here in prison.
So this was the catch. I could leave parkour prison right now, but in return, I could never become a parkour pro. Or I could try to survive here for another
What would you
49
guys choose?
years. It wasn't worth it to stay. I needed to get out of here. Okay, I've made my decision. I'm gonna go back.
So you accept. Good luck.
This was it. The work was done. I escaped parkour
Wanna do
prison,
a
but
poll?
at what cost?
At
Leaving
what
now
cost?
meant that I would be a noob for the rest of my life. When I went through the portal, I was brought back into parkour civilization. The portal spawned me at the entrance of the Temple of Parkour. This was
I think they
probably
sold
the
their
last
house.
time I would ever step foot in this temple. I had my chance to rank up to become a pro, and I failed. Now, I can never earn a ticket
They
ever
fumbled
again.
it.
You know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Now, I can just go back to my ordinary life in parkour civilization. You know, now that I think about it, it's not the worst situation in the world. I mean, at least I still have my
Oh, wait,
mansion.
you're right.
Wait, who is this? I still own this house, right?
No, you don't. This house no longer belongs to you. This
Ignore
parkour
that.
noob just purchased this new mansion.
I
So you'll
can,
have to leave now.
Wait,
Hee.
this guy just bought my house? How can he do that?
Well, you fell and went to parkour prison, so you lost the house. When you were down there, this parkour noob bought it.
Bro, really? Wow, so I really don't own this house anymore. Well, this guy can enjoy...
Oh,
Okay, it's for sale now.
Let's go, so I can move back
Okay.
into my house?
After you buy it again, sure.
Wait, really? Are you serious? I have to buy it again? I went back to the shop to go buy my mansion again, but while I was at parkour prison, something bad happened. The prices for houses in my neighborhood went way up. Now, if I wanted to
Okay.
buy my mansion, I would have
I
had to
fixed
pay
it.
for it with a 2-block
put a new
jump.
one.
It was too risky. I was gonna have to find somewhere else to live. Fortunately, I found another shop that was selling wood houses. A bit of a downgrade from the stone house, but it was all I could afford. I could either do a 1-block fence jump for a small house, or a 1.5-block stair jump for a large house. I figured if I'm gonna be living on the noob level for my entire life, I might as well buy the big house. Luckily, escaping parkour prison gave me the confidence to make the jump easily. Now, I got a mansion in a new
The
neighborhood
wood house
where,
seems
not to my
nicer once they
surprise,
get it.
everyone fell into the void, so it's just me living here. The house is definitely a bit of a downgrade from my previous mansion, but it's still a 2-story house, and it has a painting, which is something you don't really see that often in parkour civilization. I just keep wondering what my life would have been like if I actually made it to the pro civilization. Now, I don't think I'll ever figure out what it looks like up there. I just wish that... Whoa! was that? When I went to sit
Oh
in
my
my
God,
chair, I
a
backed up
hidden
against the
room.
wall and there was nothing behind me. This painting was covering something. I walked through the painting and it revealed a secret door. For some reason, this house I bought had some hidden passage. Whoever made this was obviously trying to hide something. But what was it? There was a ladder that led to the bottom floor, and when I got down there, I found a man. Somehow there was already
An
someone
old
living
dude.
here. By their leather boots, I could tell it was a parkour
King's
noob.
Quest
This was obviously
reference.
some mistake. I went to go leave, but then
Wait, don't leave.
the man spoke to me. He said he's been watching me.
I watched you enter the Temple of Parkour. I think you have what it takes to rank up.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh,
I
the
think you're
voice filter.
confused. I can never earn a ticket anymore. I'm gonna be a parkour noob forever.
No, there is still a way I can get
I
you a
haven't played
ticket.
that.
Wait. What are you talking about?
When I was younger, I earned myself a
It could
ticket,
be
but I
Steve.
never used it. Instead, I hid it far, far away.
The old man said it wasn't his destiny to rank up to be a pro, but it was mine. He brought out a compass and he threw it to me. He told me that if I followed this compass, I'll find the hidden ticket. This was the second chance I was looking for. I had no way of knowing whether the old man was telling the truth or not, but at this point, I had
Yeah, it's
nothing
Jack
to lose.
Black.
Maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. All I know is that I wasn't done with
Hello?
Parkour Civilization just yet.
Well,
Come on,
hi,
just
Eric.
one
What's
jump at a
good?
time and I should be there soon.
Where do you think you're going?
We're watching
Oh,
Parkour
this kid,
Civilization.
This
Are
is
you
a parkour
excited?
checkpoint. Why do you want to leave parkour civilization?
If the pro found out why I was really out here, I might go back to parkour prison. I was gonna need an excuse. I just wanted to practice my 2-block jumps.
Listen,
Say
dude,
boss,
out
Marty.
there, you'd never survive. Besides, what do you need to practice for? You can never rank up, buddy.
Despite my
The place where you have to decide if you're gonna jump for the chicken or the beef, Eric.
Following this compass is the only
You'll
possible
figure it
way
out.
I can make it up to the parkour pro civilization. I was gonna have to try something else.
I told you to go home.
What if I paid you with a backwards jump?
A backwards jump?
Okay, at least he's listening, and now I get one chance at this. Oh my god, I actually made it. That was crazy.
Wait, no, that was crazy.
I can't. I can't help but hear in the back of their voice every time they do something the exact same way. They just go, oh, "No way, that was crazy." Like, wow,
Move aside
that
and
was
let me try
crazy.
this.
You got it. Just make sure you jump far enough. Oh, shoot.
Oh,
That was not my plan. I thought he was just gonna let me pass. Alright, well I guess that works. Now that I made it past the parkour checkpoint, it was time to go searching for the hidden ticket. That's assuming
Bro
that the ticket I'm
died.
looking for is even real. After the mysterious old man gave me this compass and
Welcome
told me
back,
that it would
idiot.
lead to a ticket to rank up to Parkour Pro Civilization, I immediately started preparing for the journey because this time I wasn't gonna fail. The biggest problem I had to solve was my food supply. Parkour noobs only get fed once a day, and if this compass was taking me far away, there was
They're
no
gonna
way
have
I
to
would
jump for the
survive on
beef.
raw chicken. So for the past week, I've been doing the beef jump every single morning. And
Every
for the rest
day?
of the day, I tried not to parkour at all
No
so I
way.
could save the food. But that's when I almost got caught.
Hold up, what was that sound?
Oh no, I'm starving. This isn't good.
Why are you taking damage? Are you starving?
oh.
Starving? No, I'm just in pain because I love parkour so much and I wish I could do it all the time.
Oh man, sorry to hear
Aw.
that. Yeah, love hurts. Well, I hope you feel better.
By some miracle, the parkour
Says the
pro brought
dialogue
my
of My Hero
excuse. If the pro
Academia.
stayed around for any longer,
Or one of
I
those
might have
Ben
starved to
Wap
death.
Ben
I had to eat the
dramas.
piece of beef that I just jumped for,
True.
but it didn't matter. I had already prepared enough. By rationing my food, I was able to save up 4 pieces of beef for the journey. I had no clue whether this would be enough food to survive the trip, but the old man said I had everything I needed, so I guess I was just gonna have to trust him again. Now, it was time to go searching for the ticket. Crossing this line of stone means I'm heading into the parkour outskirts. No noob, including myself, has ever been out here, and probably for a good reason. All I know is that the further away you get from parkour civilization, the more dangerous the jumps become. Already, I was starting to see huge chunks of parkour missing. No one
There's only
knows
big
how the
gaps.
outskirts came to be like this, or at least no one down here knows. Unfortunately, the compass kept
It was
taking
good,
me
Finn.
further and further away
Hiya.
from parkour
Hello.
civilization. The old
Hi,
man must have
Finn.
hid the ticket out here knowing that no
Or
parkour
they're
pro
just
would
spamming.
ever go this deep to retrieve it. I was running out of time. I had already been jumping for hours
Good
and
morning,
now I'm
Cave.
down to
Fuwa
one piece
Pop,
of
who is
raw
better
beef
at parkour,
left. And
you or
still,
Tama?
I found nothing. That was
Really,
until
Tama?
I saw
Hello,
something
Lyra.
in the
I mean,
distance. I
hi.
had no way of knowing.
I'm not good at parkour. Tama is the best. He's fearless, you are, unlike me. Tama can jump and climb like a pro. Meow. Cold sweat smile.
Can we yap? I don't know. I think maybe
But I
they're
had a
like
feeling
young or
that
something.
This was what I was looking for. In all my time here in Parkour Civilization, I have
Yo,
never
hi,
seen
Jacob.
anything
How's
like
it going?
this. This couldn't be a coincidence. Which
Hello.
means I was gonna have to go parkour to the top. I haven't really prepared for anything
Jade
like
jumping-
this. Vertical
I
jumps
guess
don't exist
so.
naturally down here. The only place I've seen vertical jumps is when I jump for food. Luckily, I made it to the top
The beef
without
jump.
falling into the void. I didn't see anything at first glance, but when I pulled out my compass,
That's
I was
good.
in the right place. I didn't get it. The compass was pointing me to the exact block I was standing on. The ticket should be here, unless the old man hid the ticket out of sight and put it underground. If I broke this grass block and a parkour pro catches me, I would for sure be going back to prison for life this time. But if I'm gonna have any shot at making it up to the parkour pro civilization, I'm gonna take that chance. Well, here goes nothing. I broke the block.
I
and
do wonder
underground
what
there
was
a chest.
actually-
I couldn't believe it. I had actually found the ticket. But when
What was actually, you know, when they left prison and they were like, if you leave, you can never rank up. But like, did they actually do anything to enforce the fact that they could never rank up? I mean, not that they do one of the tests to get the ticket, but like, if they did, how would they know that they're not supposed
I
to?
opened
They
the chest,
don't have like a
something
label
was
on
wrong.
them.
There was no ticket to be found.
And when they do
Just
rank
a
up, like,
barrier.
they don't
The
react
old
to it.
man lied to me.
Like,
There
they
was
weren't
no
supposed
ticket get
to.
up to the pro civilization. Why would he send me all the way out here to get a barrier block? This didn't make any sense. The old man knew I would risk my entire life for a
They have a
ticket, but
registry.
he
Oh,
set
maybe
me
it-
up. There had to be some explanation for this. Well, if I'm lucky to survive the trip back, I can ask him why he sent me all the way out here just to get a barrier block, which is also illegal to have. By some miracle, I made it back to the parkour checkpoint without falling.
Hey, you.
Vine
You were the
boom.
last one to see the pro station here.
Vine
What
boom.
happened to him?
Dun.
Well, I showed him a backwards jump and then he tried it for himself and then fell.
You? A backwards
Oh,
jump?
true.
Are you serious?
Yeah?
Okay, now I have to try. So you just go backwards?
Oh, okay,
Dun.
and he's gone too. Am I gonna be blamed for this? Fortunately, I made it back to my house and no parkour pro has caught me with the barrier block. Now, it's time to ask this old man why in the world he sent me out there to retrieve this. Alright, bro.
I am not
explain to me
young. I have
why
a
the-
mortgage.
What the... When I got down to the basement, the old man was nowhere to be found. All
No,
that was
he
left
fell.
was a hole in the ground. Did he jump into the void on purpose? I don't
He left him
understand
the
what's going
ticket.
on. But that's when I paid attention to the item that was left on the ground. I knew what it was before I even picked it up. It was a ticket to rank up to become a parkour pro. The old man had it on him the entire time, but still sent me to retrieve the barrier.
They knew
block.
the
The
barrier.
old man wanted me to find this barrier for a reason. And now
Yeah.
this was the sign that I
Oh,
was ready to rank
macarons.
up.
I
to
can't get
become a
until
parkour
tomorrow,
pro.
but I'll buy
It
'em
was time
tomorrow.
to head to the parkour temple. I made my way back to the place that I never thought I'd step foot in again.
Can you even
The place
pronounce
where
macaron?
No parkour noob in
This is
history has
macaron,
ever made it
isn't
out
it?
alive. I went ahead and ate my last piece of beef. Just like last time, I was in such a perfect spot. 3 full bars of hunger is exactly what I need to make it to the
It's
top.
barrier.
The
It's
barrier
a-
guarding the temple was
it's
up.
an invisible
so I threw
block.
in my ticket, and the entrance to the parkour temple was now open. All I had to do now was do something that I totally never do, and that's fail 1 block jumps. Okay, I made the first jump. That's always a good sign. This time
There's no
around
way they'd
was
fumble it
different.
again,
I
right?
wasn't gonna let the pressure get to me. I was gonna be the first noob to ever rank up to the pro civilization. Ah, no. Looking at this jump is giving me flashbacks. My journey to becoming a parkour pro starts now. No, this time was different. I successfully made the
Dun.
first jump, and for the first time in my life, I was actually on the parkour course. Now, all I had to do was just take it 1 jump at a time. The first section was the stone blocks. So far, I've only encountered 1 block vertical jumps, but they were nothing I couldn't handle. Even though I had been on the course for a good amount of time, I was still ways away from making it to the top. After I passed the stone block section, I moved on to the stone slab section. Slabs aren't too common in the noob level of parkour civilization,
Well,
but
I need to
luckily,
add
this
something.
section wasn't too hard. But it was the next section I was worried about, the stair jumps. This next jump I had to complete was by far the hardest jump I've ever seen. It was a 2-block jump, but I had to go up half a block. But I didn't come all this way to give up. I went for the jump, but I jumped too early. I thought this was it, but by some miracle, a block below me broke my fall, and I only took 2.5 hearts of damage, but that was too close to call. If I was even the slightest bit off, I could have been all the way down there in the void. On my second time around, I made the jump. That stair jump essentially marked the end of the stair section, and now I was on the stone walls. Walls were almost
had
never
to-
seen at the noob level, but fortunately, I didn't see anything bigger than a 1-block jump for the rest of the way. All I had to do was sneak and stay on the course, and that's when I got to the point when the the jump stopped. I was so high off the ground now, but I knew I was at the end. I climbed.
I just had to download something. Oh god, it's so much louder!
Up the stairs until I was face to face with the entrance to the Parkour Pro Civilization.
Oh my
This was
god.
it. I was about to be the first noob in history to rank up. But then the realization hit me. The last jump to get to the Parkour Pro
I'm sorry.
Civilization was a 3-block
I've been meaning to
jump.
make my
It was
soundboard.
impossible. This was why no noob has
Like an
ever ranked
excuse.
up to become a pro. The course was impossible to begin with. But then I remembered the barrier.
The
This is what
barrier.
the old man wanted me to use it for. He knew the course was impossible, and he wanted to give me a chance to rank up. I placed down the barrier block, and I made the 2-block jump.
My god, because I can't sprint because I don't have the
actually did it. I
hunger.
was the first noob in history to ever complete
Yeah.
this course. No one at the bottom level knows what society is like up here, and I was gonna be the first
did
one to
it. They
figure it
ranked
out.
up.
What was it gonna be like? Was I actually gonna be able to see the sky? Well, I guess we'll find out. I walked up to the stone walls, and the doors opened, revealing a room I've never seen anything like before. I turned the corner, and I saw a Parkour Pro just standing there.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
What the? Who are you? Where did you come from? I'm the only one working here.
I came from the noob level. I just beat the course and ranked up.
Wow, I was not expecting this. I'm not sure what to do here. Just go over there and throw your leather boots in the lava.
All right, time to get my
They
iron
probably should have
boots.
picked up the
Yes,
barrier
sir.
block
One
again.
ranked up.
Yeah.
A noob by the name of Evbo. Yes, sir, I'll keep an eye on him.
And that was it. That was the last time I would ever wear leather boots again for the rest of my life.
I have a question. How come it seems like some of the other pros are like talking to someone on like a radio, but when they become a pro, they don't get a radio?
From the looks of it, I only had one more lava jump to go, but this time there were dispensers.
I'm sorry.
I backed up and jumped over the lava, and I was equipped with iron boots. I was officially a parkour pro. After I went through, I
The
saw one more
conspiracy!
jump that
I
led to
turned my
some
volume down a
barrels.
bit, a
What
little
is this
bit.
for?
It's for food. You only have to pay 1 jump for 2 steak here.
Only a 1-block jump for food? That's amazing. I opened the barrel to see something.
They do
that
have
I've
like a
never
really
seen
low
before.
voice.
Cooked meat in all of these. In my entire life living on the
They're
noob level,
pro.
I've never seen a piece of cooked beef. And now, as a parkour pro, I could fully replenish my hunger bar. And that meant I
What?
could
Me have
sprint
too
now.
fun with a sound
Oh, man,
effect?
this
I would
is
never.
Crazy.
Congratulations on becoming a parkour
That's
pro.
crazy.
You can now head up those steps and begin your life in Parkour Pro Civilization.
Those were the exact words I wanted to hear.
Sorry.
This is it. When I walk up these steps, I
They
will
just
be at the
use it
top
so
level of Parkour
often.
Civilization. When I walked into the temple, I immediately saw massive statues. These statues looked like they were showing the parkour noobs and the parkour pros.
Okay, yeah,
They
that's
even
the
had
last
their
time.
boots on. This place is insane.
I
I've never seen
promise.
anything like this. I mean, look at these What the? Gold
I lied.
boots?
Okay, that's the last one.
There's gold boots. This doesn't
Ow!
make
Okay,
any
I deserve
sense.
that.
What is this? Am I not
Is
at the
this like
top of
church?
parkour civilization?
This makes me want
Hey,
to set up
parkour
sound.
delivery.
Let's go. My parkour
Sound,
delivery is
uh,
here.
alerts
now
again.
that I'm a parkour pro, I can get parkour delivered to my house.
Wait, I have an idea.
Did you order parkour construction to this house?
Yes, sir. That's me. I ordered the 6-block tall slime jump to my bedroom.
Sounds good. Where do you want it built?
Let's see. I think
gonna
this would be
hand
a
this
good place
power
for it.
over to
think
you
can build
guys.
it right there?
Oh, sure. I can make that happen.
To think just a few days ago I was a parkour noob and now I'm getting custom parkour jumps installed in my house.
In their
is
house.
Crazy.
That's
This look
crazy.
good?
Yep, I think it's perfect. Hey, thanks man for parkouring all the way out here.
Sure. You got my payment?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was 4 1-blocks in a row, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Thank you very much.
And my tip?
Your tip?
Ignore that.
Really? Don't tell me you thought you weren't gonna tip me.
If you're a parkour pro, it's always expected that you tip when you buy something. Oh, I hope I make this. Oh, that was close.
Oh, wow. A 360? Yeah, you're good, man.
Yo,
Thanks.
And like most
360.
things in parkour civilization, the way you tip is with more parkour.
For
Luckily,
parkour
I
over
survived that
two.
payment for the jump installed in my house. If I missed
Never
any
the
one
last
of
one.
those jumps,
I'm
I would
handing
have
over the
fallen
power,
back
I
down
just
to the
gotta-
parkour noob level, and my journey to become a pro would have been for nothing. But I won't say it wasn't worth it, because now I can practice slime jumps anytime anytime I want inside of my house. And this is how my new life is as a pro in Parkour Civilization. No parkour noob at the bottom level knows what
Sorry.
life is like up here, except I was the only one to rank up and become a part of parkour society. To rank up to a parkour pro, I had to be the first noob in history to beat an impossible parkour course. When I got to the top, I got my iron boots and I was officially a pro. I thought I had made it. I thought I was at the top of Parkour Civilization, but that's when I realized I truly knew nothing about the world I was living in. My journey to getting to the top of Parkour Civilization wasn't even close to being done. Now, I was about to discover what life was like on the second layer of Parkour Civilization. At the Parkour Pro level, everywhere you look is a 2-block jump. When I was a parkour noob, I thought 2-block jumps were extremely hard, but now that I could sprint, I realized they were almost like 1-block jumps. Something about the pro level felt different. Maybe it was the fact that when I was a noob, I would see dirt in the sky, but now there's nothing above me. And that's when I looked back at the parkour temple. There was still a world above me, and now it was way higher up. But there was something else that was different.
Okay.
I was staring down at the house I used to live in. When
I have an announcement. Hopefully this works. If from now on, until I get tired of it, I am giving you the power as often as you like throughout the video. if you're not hearing enough of them, feel
I
free
was
to
down on
do
the noob level,
more.
I would look up and all I would see is dirt. But somehow on the pro level, I could look down and I could only assume
Well, I
that
would
the same
test it,
goes for
actually.
the layer above me. Now that I was adjusted to
Oh.
my surroundings, it was kind of searching for a place to buy a house. That was assuming that life still worked like that up
Oh,
here. When I took a look around, all I saw
I gave you guys too much power. Oh my god.
all were the same identical
Thank you for the
buildings. Maybe this
pistol.
time I wouldn't be getting a mansion. But that's when I found a building that looked different.
Oh my
and
god.
It definitely didn't
Immediately
look like
turned.
that. When I walked inside the building, sure enough, it was a shop to buy a new house.
Hey, aren't you the noob who ranked up?
That would be me.
Oh yeah, I thought it was you. I'm selling houses today. Choose one you want to buy.
Let's go. It's
Okay,
time
I
to buy
tried
my
turning
first
it down a
house as
little bit.
Parkour pro. Let's see what these prices are. I can get one house for a 2-block jump. Oh, that's super cheap. All right, what is this one over here? I can get one house for a 2.5 block jump. Okay, that's a little more expensive. And this last one is one house for a 3-block. Wait, why are these all the same? All of these
Oh.
options are for the same house.
Oops, busted. I was trying to get a little more profit.
Why would anyone?
What's funny
fall
is
for
it
that?
doesn't- it
Since
kinda
there was only
blends
one
in.
house to buy, I obviously went with the cheapest option and bought my first house with a 2-block jump.
Congrats on buying your first house as a parkour pro. Let me take
Like,
you
you
to
almost
it.
don't
Let's
realize
go. Since all the houses were
that it's an
identical,
alert
it
and
was
it's not
no
in the
surprise
video.
that I got one that looked like this.
You're all set to move in. Feel free to call the parkour delivery service if you want your jumps changed.
A parkour delivery service? Let's go. Being a
Yo,
parkour
that's
pro is
crazy.
awesome. The living room in my house had 2 1-block jumps.
This
and
is
the
a back-
entire house
you said this is a
itself was 3
flashback.
stories tall. Looks like 3
This
jumps
is
to
from
get
when
to
he
my
got
bed
there.
on the top floor.
Hey, it's your neighbor. Can I come in?
Oh, sure.
Thanks. You're that F-boat guy, right? You're the noob who beat the course and ranked up?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
me.
I see.
I'm the first one to do it, I guess.
I can't believe you're my neighbor.
They did
That's
the-
crazy.
you're probably
Well,
wondering how
you
I
probably
got
have
here.
questions about life up here, right? Anything you want to know?
Yeah, one actually. What happens when we fall? What is the punishment for missing a jump at the pro level?
You go down a level. If you miss a jump, you'll be a noob, and you'll have to beat the course again.
Okay, so I can never fall. Noted.
Ooh.
So who are the people above us then? What's above a pro?
It's probably best I just show you. Here, come with me.
My neighbor started telling
my
me
God.
everything there was to know about parkour civilization. He brought me back to the parkour temple where all the statues were. He explained how
They're
parkour
born-
civilization starts at the
they're
noob level,
born
and at
into
level
being
2,
pros.
You become a parkour pro.
Yeah.
Then there were the parkour masters. If you were lucky enough to rank
Oh.
up, you get gold boots and you become a master.
can't ignore
My neighbor
it.
said that parkour masters never come down to the pro level. But if they do ever come down, it's a parkour pro's nightmare.
Yeah,
He
it's a
says the parkour
classist
masters are
society.
ruthless. And then he walked over to the largest statue, the one with the diamond boots. He said that this was the parkour champion. He said that most people down here don't even believe that the champion is real, but the stories say there can only be one parkour champion. Whoever that was lives at the top of parkour civilization, which means if I was gonna make it to the top, I would have to become a parkour champion. My first day as a parkour pro was strange. For once, no one was at my door making me parkour for food. But then the question was, how do I get food now? Or what do I even do? I saw that there was another pro going somewhere, so I decided to follow him. Soon after, I saw another pro going in the same direction, which meant they were probably heading to something important. After jumping for a few minutes, I saw what they were heading to. They were all heading to this massive structure in the distance. When I got closer, I saw that there was a bunch of parkour pros lined up for something. Whatever this place was, these parkour pros were willing to do 2-block vertical jumps to get here. Fortunately, I didn't fail any of these jumps and I made it into the line. I must have woken up late to whatever this was because I was the last one to show up. At this point, I didn't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but that's when I saw what everyone was waiting in line for. There was a dispenser at the end of the structure. The pro in front of me picked up 2 items, but the only thing I saw them holding was a piece of paper. What could be so valuable about that piece of paper that people would wait in line this long for? When it was my turn, I clicked the button and I got a piece of steak. So this is how the parkour pros
how they get the food.
Then I received the
They
piece
exchange
of paper.
goods for services.
Equals 15 minutes. And
people who are really poor can only get handouts of the people working because they're not respected by society to even let them work. And then if you go up, you have to work for the food, but the people up the chain, they don't even have to work anymore, and they still get whatever they want.
This is when I realized how life was different on the pro level.
Kind of an analogy for real life when you think about it.
Like the noobs do, the pros parkour for
like,
work.
Society's trying to hold you down, man. No one wants you to move up. It's crazy.
Or even the pros that fed me every day. They were all just completing their daily task that they got from this piece of paper. And now, for my first daily task, I was assigned
it's so
to work
deep,
on
right?
the farm.
True.
Before this, I had never seen an animal in parkour civilization, but this is the place they were all kept. This place was responsible
to collab with that at some point.
all of the parkour pros and all of the parkour noobs. And it should be no surprise that in parkour civilization, even the animals had to do a parkour course.
Every time
My daily
I hear
task
it,
meant that I had to watch all of the animals that
even
did
the
parkour
animals.
course. Oh man, this job is terrible. Now I'm just gonna have to watch a cow fall off and die. Whoa, what the? Oh my god, this cow is cooking. How did he even do that? The parkour pros only eat the meat from the animals that complete the parkour course. They say it enhances your parkour abilities.
Parkour
As for the
enhancement.
other animals that don't make the course, well, that's where the meat comes from on the noob level. And
That's
some
the
noob's
chicken.
gonna have to eat that. Wow, I cannot say I missed that. Parkour pros do their daily tasks for a reason. Once you've completed the
Every time it
task
says
that you got
parkour,
on your
take a
piece of
drink.
paper, you take it to the training
Every time
ground.
this does a
This place
Vine
is
boom
basically
sound,
the
take a
only reason
drink.
parkour pros are incentivized to work.
How to die
This is because
immediately.
This is the only place in parkour civilization where you can practice parkour without worrying about falling to the lower level. The entrance to the training grounds is blocked by a barrier, and the only way in is to throw in your slip of paper once you've completed the work. The daily task I completed gave me 15 minutes of practice time. That meant for the next 15 minutes, I could practice any parkour jump I could possibly think of. Here, you have the ability to build any parkour jump you want. But with this being my first
no,
day
is that
as a
one
parkour
over?
pro, I
Or
didn't
was that
even know what I
intentional?
needed to practice. So I just decided to do the jumps that people left
Yeah, that's
here.
like an
It seemed
alcohol
like a lot of
poisoning.
the pros were practicing fence jumps, which are jumps I had little to no experience on. But what scared me the most is what I saw over here. Someone was practicing not one, but multiple 3-block vertical jumps. It almost seemed impossible to do even one. But if someone was practicing these jumps, that could only mean one thing: that the way up to become a parkour master would be nearly impossible. If I was gonna have any shot at ranking up to become a master, I was gonna have to spend much more time in here practicing. Another beautiful day, and I don't have to wake up to either raw chicken or raw beef. Even though I've only been here for a few days, I feel like I haven't really enjoyed myself yet. I mean, for once in my life, I don't even have to go outside to parkour for food. I don't even have to grab my piece of steak. I'll still have full hunger for days. And now, instead of being bullied by all the parkour pros like I was down at the noob level, I can just do anything I want and no one's here to punish me.
Hey, you want to
It
come with me
kinda
to get our
does.
daily jobs? I don't want to be late.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do my daily task. I think I'm just gonna chill today, honestly.
What?
Dang.
What do you mean you're gonna chill? You're not
You
gonna get your
almost
daily
timed it.
task? Are you sure about that?
What? I
Like,
no one
right,
says
it's
we
actually
have to,
pretty
so
good, though.
What's the problem?
Like, I'm
don't know.
invested.
I just have never seen
I'm
anyone
invested
not do
now.
their daily task.
Wow, maybe I'm teaching the parkour pros that they don't have to parkour all the time. But later that day, I realized I made a huge mistake. What in the world is that sound? Bro, come on, I was just trying to sleep. Who keeps making that horn noise?
Dude, hurry. You gotta get out here now. Follow me and make sure you don't miss a jump.
Whoa, what's going on? Be late for
Taco
what?
Bell
Wait,
has
where
a
are you going?
horn.
I started parkouring in the direction that my neighbor was going. And that's when I saw a bunch of parkour pros lined up, standing completely still. I had no clue what was going on, but I followed my neighbor and soon I got
Just
in
wait
line
until you
with
see the
all
next
of the
twist.
other parkour pros. No one was saying anything. Hey, can anyone tell me what's going on?
Dude, don't say anything and look straight ahead.
Why? Can't someone just explain what's happening? But that's when it happened. Not too far ahead, someone dropped down from the sky. It was a parkour master.
One
Parkour
of you was supposed to
master.
design a new course, but someone didn't do their task. Who was it?
Oh no, I'm done for. Why does this have to be me? I watched as the parkour master interrogated
You're
each and
still
every one of the
slaves
parkour
to the-
pros, knowing
to
that
the
sooner
people
or later
richer than
he was gonna
you.
show up where I was.
You. What was your task?
My task, I was selling houses to noobs on the bottom level.
Someone already did that task. Prepare for a parkour battle.
A parkour battle?
The parkour battle starts now.
This is just great. Why does my first parkour battle have to be against a parkour master?
For my first attack, I'm attacking you with a 3-block jump.
Okay, a 3-block jump, that's doable. I think I can survive this round. In Parkour Civilization, it should be no surprise that people fight each other with more parkour. If someone attacks you with a jump and you don't make it, you pay the price. Oh, this isn't good. I'm already down 4 hearts.
I gave you an easy one, but I guess this is going to be over faster than I thought. Get ready for my next attack.
The worst part about parkour battles is you can't even attack your opponent until you defend one of their attacks. And by the looks of this next jump, I probably won't be attacking the parkour master
Oh
at all.
no.
Your turn. 4 blocks by 3 blocks diagonal jump.
All right,
Right.
here goes nothing. 1, 2, 3.
There's no way they can
4.
get this.
1, 2, 3. Oh man, this is so far. How did he do this first try? I was hoping I would get lucky, but luck wasn't on my
Oh.
side. The second attack
Dang.
hit me, and I was down to 2 hearts.
This is too fun for me. One more attack and you'll be gone forever.
The parkour master was right. If I failed to defend one more attack, it's game over for me. All I could hope
Oh
for
my
now
gosh.
is that the parkour master fails this last jump. That way, I could actually have a chance to attack. No way he makes this first try. Oh god, he made it.
This is it for
Dang.
you, Parkour Pro. A 3-block vertical jump to decide your fate.
This was it. My entire journey in Parkour Civilization came down to this one jump. And it
Are they
was a
gonna go back
3-block
down
vertical
again?
Jump.
Are they
I
gonna
thought when I
die?
ranked up to become a parkour pro, my days of parkouring to survive were over. But I soon realized I knew nothing about parkour society. Even as a pro, I wasn't even close to being at the
How
top
is it
of
just the
Parkour
working class,
Civilization.
man?
The parkour pros were the workers of society. Every day, we would get a new daily job to complete. And I found out the hard way what happens if you skip your job. Because the one day I didn't get my daily task, a parkour master came down and challenged me to a parkour battle. And now I have
So
to do
many
the hardest job
recaps.
I've ever done in my life if I want to live. This was it. All my work to rank up to become a parkour pro was gonna be for nothing if I didn't make this jump. But at least I was gonna die trying. I took a deep breath and I jumped. What? Is
He made
this real? I did it. I made a 3-block vertical jump.
You just bought yourself 5 more minutes of time, but we both know your fate. Get ready to attack me.
The parkour master was right. All I did was buy myself a little time. How was I going to be able to do a jump that the parkour master couldn't do? And if I make it too easy, the parkour master will just get another chance to attack me. I got lucky last time, but I don't think I'd survive another attack from the parkour master. For my first attack, I built a 1-block jump and I did a 360. Maybe, just maybe, there was a chance this would work.
Wow, a 360? I've never done that before, but if
None
you
of
did
them
it,
seem to
can't be
think
that
about
hard.
the
Let's go. He's
360.
never done it before. I needed him to fail this jump.
What? How? Who
Oh
even
my
does
God.
360s? What is this?
By some miracle, my attack against the parkour master was successful. I think
They
I
did
found
it.
his weakness. He couldn't do a 360. This was my chance.
His
I just had
weakness.
to make sure that I kept making my jumps. For my next attack, I built a 2-block jump. I've never even made this jump before, but my entire life depended on it. I jumped, and I successfully made a 2-block jump with a 360.
A
This is
2-block
ridiculous.
jump with
How
a
are you doing these jumps?
360!
I watched as the parkour
Crazy.
master tried to defend against my attack, but once again, The 360 was too difficult for him.
This can't be possible. How are you beating me?
Now, both the parkour master and I were at 2 hearts.
Oh my god.
The next person to
No
land
way.
an attack would win the parkour battle. Alright, you ready for a 3-block jump with the 360?
No, stop. I yield. You win the parkour battle.
What? Are you serious?
No.
No way. I actually won the parkour battle? Somehow I beat a parkour master.
Because you beat me, I have something that can help you rank up to become a parkour master.
I could become a
Oh
parkour
my god.
master? The master said that the course to becoming a parkour master would be impossible, but he had something that could help me along the way. He pulled out an item and threw it on the ground. I went to pick it up and I figured out that it was a totem of undying. He said somewhere
Almost
in the
like it
course
says
there's a
totem of
jump that I
undying
won't
on it.
survive, and I'll know it when I see it. He told me to go attempt the course to rank up and find this jump. He said to find any information about the secret to completing that jump, because if I can figure out how to make the jump, I could rank up to become a parkour master. This was insane. Earlier today, I didn't even know parkour battles existed, and somehow I won my first battle, not just against anyone, but a parkour master. And now I actually have a reason to go back to the parkour temple and try to do the course to become a parkour master. I didn't like thinking about the fact that that wasn't the course to rank up. That was just the path to get up to the temple. But I wasn't going to make the journey up the temple just yet. Not only did I need food to get my health back, but I needed to do my daily task. I barely escaped with my life after missing 1 day of work, so I wasn't going to do that again. And today, my task was feed noobs. I realized after all this time of being a parkour pro, I've never made my way back down to the noob level yet. I wonder if anything's changed down there since I ranked up. If you're a pro in Parkour Civilization and you fall,
wonder if that'll
you'll
come
lose your
back
rank
up.
and become a noob again. But you can still go down to the lower level. There's just a different way. This is the first time I had been back to this part of the parkour temple since I ranked up. And now that I was a pro, I had access to a different doorway that I've never seen before.
secret
This new
door.
path led to a giant staircase that would take me back down to the noob level. If I missed one of these jumps, I would for sure die, but fortunately, 1-block jumps are too easy for me now that I'm a parkour pro. When I got to the bottom, I collected everything I needed in order for me to complete my daily
Feeding
task.
time.
It's crazy to think that I'm still the only one to have ever completed this course, but the barrier I used still should be there, so maybe someone else will. This is so strange. I once lived in this neighborhood. That was once my mansion, and now as a parkour pro, I can see what it really looks like from down
I can
here.
see
When I
up.
lived here, I was the only one that lived in my neighborhood, or at least the only one left. So does anyone live here anymore? Hello? Anyone home? Okay, I guess
Your
not.
daily chicken
Maybe
beef.
someone bought my mansion? I don't know. Hello? Anyone here?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, no way. Someone actually does live here. All right, time to set up the jumps. Let's see, 1-block jump for raw chicken, and then the 1-block vertical jump for raw beef. Man, I can't believe I'm actually doing this job now. All right, mandatory parkour check.
Oh, great. It's you.
Dang.
You're a parkour noob now? Weren't you just at my house? Yeah, you delivered my parkour to me. So what happened?
What do you think happened, genius? You just paid me a huge tip, and I was so happy. And then I fell out the front door.
Fell out the
Man,
front
well,
door!
You know, I ranked up, so you could too. All right, so now you have to choose your
You
jump.
think I don't know what to do already? Just let me jump for my food in peace.
Hey, I feel like I remember being in a situation that was just like this. You really think I could rank up to be a parkour pro?
Not a chance. You're a parkour noob. And you think you're so good now. Just wait till I rank up.
Oh, shoot.
Oh!
Oh, man, that sucks. Dang, now he has to spend another 50 years in parkour prison. Oh, well. After only finding 2
Oh,
noobs
well.
to feed, I went back to the other neighborhood where I
Oh,
found the
well.
old man. It just seems so weird that he disappeared out of nowhere. I wanted to see if there's a chance that he came back. But when I got to the house, a parkour master walked out the front door. Luckily, I wasn't spotted.
Oh my god, the
What
conspiracy.
was a parkour master doing all the way at the noob level? And why did he come from this house? When I thought the coast was clear, I made my way over. This couldn't be a coincidence. This is the only house I've seen with a secret room, and now a parkour master shows up here? Does the master even know about the secret room? I went to go inside, but something
They
was wrong.
closed
There
it.
was
Hello?
no secret doorway. It was gone.
Hi, Shima.
I was sure this was the right
closed
house.
the
That
secret room?
parkour master must have came here to block up the entrance. I sat there thinking
my
about
God.
why the parkour master would do that, but nothing made sense to me. But that didn't matter to me right now. Now that I finished my daily task, it was time to try the course to rank up to become a parkour master and find this impossible jump. I got back up to the pro level, dropped off my daily task paper, and got ready to climb the parkour temple. Now, I had one thing to worry about, and that was making this initial course to get into the temple. I wasn't worried about falling. I was worried about wasting my totem of undying. The parkour master said that I would not survive the impossible jump. So if I got to that jump with no totem of undying, then this entire journey would be for nothing. I scaled my way up the side of the parkour temple until I got to the very top. Most of the jumps were 2-block vertical jumps, but towards the end, I had to make this 3-block jump. Now, I couldn't afford to make any mistakes. That's when I made the last jump and I was inside the parkour temple. What's crazy is that none of those jumps were a part of the real course to rank up. This was the real course. Already at first glance, I was seeing blocks I've never seen used in parkour before, but I was expecting that. There's a reason why almost no pros even attempt this course, and that's because it's so dangerous. Fence jumps, trapdoor jumps, and ladder jumps. The jumps just kept getting harder and harder the more I looked at it. But I wasn't here to rank up. All I was here to do was find the impossible jump that the parkour master told me about. If I find this jump and study it like he told me to, maybe I have an actual chance of becoming a parkour master. I climbed to the top of the ladder, and now I was really
There's no way to make a fumble again,
fall
right?
from this height would result in death. And of course, I have to do fence jumps as the very first section. I held out my totem of undying and I climbed on the course to begin. Fence jumps were my worst nightmare, but so far I've made 3 in a row. But I soon realized that's all I needed to do because I think I found the impossible jump. What is this jump? Is this a 4-block vertical fence jump? There's no way this is the right way, right? But there was nowhere else to go. This was clearly the right path, but this jump it had to be impossible. Well, the master gave me a totem for a reason. I attempted the jump, but got nowhere close to even making it. That was it. That was my one chance to use the totem of undying, and I'm just hoping that that was the jump he was talking about. Now, I had to study the jump, and I knew just the way to do that. Fortunately, it was my neighbor who was working as the parkour delivery service today. Hey, I need a jump built in my house. Follow me. I need to show you what it looks like. All right, so for the jump I need built, it's kind of a little ways away.
Oh man. Is the parkour jump all the way up there?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll tip you good. Just follow me. I brought my neighbor all the way up into the parkour temple and showed him the jump I wanted him to build. Since the jump was complicated, he placed down a block that copies every block on this jump. And after paying for his services, I now have this impossible parkour jump inside my own house. Now I can study this jump every single day. It turns out the jump was a 3-block vertical jump, but with the fences, it turns into a 4-block. It was actually impossible.
It's impossible.
So what was I missing here? I couldn't just practice this jump because parkour civilization laws state all jumps inside your home must have a risk of dying. So practicing wasn't gonna be my best option. This doesn't make any sense. I'll think about it tomorrow, I guess. I was gonna leave it, but that's when I slipped. No! For my entire life, I've been parkouring to survive. That's how any of us survive in parkour civilization. If you don't make the jumps, you pay the price. But no matter how many people I've seen fall, that never stopped me from believing that I could parkour all the way to the top of society. I was the first noob to ever rank up to become a parkour pro. I beat a parkour master in my first parkour battle, and I even found the impossible jump that the parkour master told me to look for. The worst part is I was so close. I actually thought I could be a champion one day, but one jump can change everything. No! I thought I was dead until I wasn't. What? How?
What
am
a
I
twist!
alive? My journey in parkour civilization should have ended. I was supposed to die there, but a barrier block caught my fall. This barrier block had to have been placed by someone, right? Unless it wasn't. The guy who came to deliver parkour used a device that copied every single block from the impossible jump. That had to be it. The barrier was from the impossible jump.
It's from the jump.
The parkour master wanted me to find. It was the way to get past the impossible jump. And now that I know about it, I can actually rank up to become a parkour master.
Oh my God.
This means I was gonna have to prepare. I couldn't believe it. Just a few minutes ago, I was about to fall down back to the noob level and become a parkour noob forever. And now I'm preparing to rank up again to become a parkour master. Alright, let's see what my daily task is today. Parkour course building. Okay, definitely cannot skip that. The last time I tried skipping my daily task, I was assigned parkour course building, and that resulted in a parkour master challenging me to a parkour battle where I barely survived, so I'm not gonna do that again. So far, this was the first time
Milano?
I've done a daily task
Hello?
that was located in parkour prison, and the only way to get there is by jumping in the void. Ever since I escaped this prison, I've never been back, and now I'm working here.
Oh, finally you're here. I thought you were never gonna show up. The parkour
Right.
masters want another glass course made. And make sure you don't make the jumps too easy. There's only 2 noobs left in parkour prison, so I'll just grab one of them to
I'm
do
just
the course.
fixing my
There's
model.
only 2 noobs left in parkour prison? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. In Parkour Civilization, the parkour pros are responsible for building new parkour courses for the parkour masters. And since the pros would never want to try these courses on their own, the prisoners of parkour prison are used instead. No way, it's you again!
And you think you're so good now. Just wait till I rank up.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, man, but you gotta be
My
the one
model
to do
keeps
random
lagging.
parkour testing today.
Why can't you pick the old guy? He's like 100 years old.
Look, man, I don't make the rules. You just gotta do the course.
This
I'm
is
gonna
too
restart.
easy. I'm making
Hold
it
on.
out of here.
No, no. Oh, no, he's gone for real this time. All right, daily task
Ding.
completed. One step closer to becoming a parkour master.
I'm
May
restarting
you
the
save
V-Bridger.
us all, F-Bo.
After a few more days of completing more daily tasks,
Old
I was
guy.
getting closer to attempting the course to rank up to become a master. I had been planning this out carefully. I wasn't just gonna go into the hardest parkour course of my life unprepared. I had saved 4 of my daily task papers to take
Okay.
to the parkour training grounds. As a parkour pro,
Wait,
each
it's still
daily task you
lagging.
complete gives you 15 minutes of practice time. Since I saved up, I have now 1 hour to practice as much
Okay, give me a
parkour as
minute.
I
I'm
could.
restarting
This
VTube
would
Studio.
probably be one of the last times I could parkour without worrying about dying. Because once I stepped foot into the parkour temple to become a master, there would be no turning back. All of this preparation is relying on the fact that there actually is a secret path to get past the impossible jump. But I've come too far and I've been through too much to give up now. I have to believe there's a way to rank up. I tried practicing every jump that I remembered from the parkour temple. Most of the jumps I saw were either fences, trapdoors, or ladders, and I used my entire time in the training grounds practicing those jumps. By the end of the hour, I felt like I had unlocked
Yeah,
parkour
hold on.
abilities I've never had before. I was speedrunning through fence jumps and trapdoor jumps easily.
Yeah.
3-block jumps
That
weren't
worked.
even a challenge for me by the end of my training, and that's how I knew that it was time to head to the parkour temple and do the course to become a parkour master.
Yes, sir. He's heading
Good
to the
just in
parkour
time.
temple now. Don't worry, sir. I have something planned. I can promise you he's not making it out alive.
This was it. It was time to start the journey up the parkour temple. The last time I made this climb, I had a totem of undying.
was never
for a
gone,
second
I was
chance,
just invisible.
But this time around, there would be no second
see
chances.
everything.
This was my last and only run. If I don't make every single one of these jumps in the parkour course, this would be the last view I ever have
Or
of parkour
15 out of 4
civilization.
days.
But that's how parkour
Honestly-
life is. You either rise or you fall. You can never stay in the same place. And I had decided that I was going to be the one to rise. I got to the top of the ladder and it was time to start the parkour course. Any fall from this height would be the death of me. But the fence jumps weren't what I was worried about. It was this, the impossible jump. This is when I find
barrier.
out if the secret path is real or not. I studied where the barrier block was in my house. If I wanted to land on the barrier, I would have to walk off the fence. If I jumped, I would miss the block. And that's assuming it was even there. But there's only one way to find out. I walked off the ledge and I was alive. Was here. The secret
there.
path was real. Now I knew it was possible. It was possible to become a parkour master. I looked around for
Yo.
where to go next and I saw the outline of a barrier 3 blocks to my left. And I saw the staircase of barriers that would lead up back onto the parkour course. I've never done invisible parkour before, but there's a first time for everything. I made the 3-block jump
The
and I was on
ladder.
the secret path. I didn't understand. Did someone make the secret path or was the course designed like this from the beginning? Either way, however the secret path got there, it got me back on the course. And now I was gonna have to make every jump
That's a trust
first try.
fall.
Thankfully, I got past the fence section, but now I was on the trapdoors. Trapdoors were only a quarter of the size of a regular block, meaning if I missed the jump by even a little, it would be game over. This next jump was a 3-block diagonal jump. I didn't practice this jump, but I made it. I had made it past the trapdoors, but now I was on the regular doors. I had almost no experience with door jumps, but I knew I had to be careful. If I wasn't paying attention and I opened one of the doors the wrong way, I could get knocked off, and there
Yeah,
would
they
be
can
no
knock you
totem of
off.
undying to save me this time. The jumps kept getting harder and harder, and each jump I felt like I was barely hanging on the edge. But it didn't matter as long as I was staying on the course. One by one, I kept making the jumps and I was getting higher and higher off the
Slay.
ground. The last door jump was a 3.5 block jump. It was far, but it wasn't gonna be the jump that stopped me from ranking up.
Ladder
I
jumps.
didn't like thinking about the fact that this course had no room for error. When I ranked up before, at least the course had blocks to potentially break my fall, but here, there was nothing that could save me. Luckily, I made it past the door section, and now I was on to the ladder section. Everything was going smoothly until I found something I've never seen before. Is this jump even possible? This is a 2-block vertical jump. I've never seen this jump before,
vertical
but I
ladder
figured
jump.
it had to be possible. I went for it, and I made it. And that's when I saw one of the hardest jumps I've ever seen.
no.
Oh no, this could be the end of me. Come on, please hang on. Oh, that was too close.
got it.
I was inches away from slipping off the
Dude,
ladder,
honestly,
but by some
Shiva?
miracle, I was still on the course. Now, I was parkouring on fully grown trees. I didn't even know trees still existed in Parkour Civilization, but I didn't have time to focus on that right now. I was looking at the last jumps, and I realized I was almost at the top. I was actually gonna do it.
happening?
Alright, where do I jump to now? What is going on?
Oh my
What
god!
is-
Sabotage!
Wait, no! I was too late to realize. I opened my eyes and I was still on the tree with 2 hearts left. What happened? Was that a part of the course?
That is impressive. I thought the TNT would do the trick, but you just want to stay alive.
What the? Who are you? What are you
By the way, this is about where I got up to from now on. I actually haven't seen it.
doing here? I'm so confused.
I got
What is
halfway
going
and I
on?
just
Oh,
stopped.
please don't tell me you thought you were gonna rank up. You were a noob. You don't belong up there. You could never be a parkour master. You belong at the bottom level.
The
You're a
upper
noob.
class
You
is
were
trying to
born
hold the
be
man
one, and
down.
You'll always be one. And now I gotta finish the job. Prepare for a parkour battle.
Oh god, a parkour battle is not what I
Parkour
need
battle.
right now. I only have 2 hearts left. That means if I fail to defend any parkour attack, that will be the end of me. And to think I actually had a chance of ranking up.
Say goodbye to Parkour Civilization. The battle starts now. I attack you with a 2-block diagonal vertical jump.
Whoever this was severely underestimated me. I've beaten a master in a parkour battle, and I sure wasn't gonna get out to a jump like that.
Just
There's no
punch him
point in
off,
fighting
honestly.
that. Your fate is inevitable.
I didn't listen to the parkour pro. I
True.
knew that as long as I could parkour,
would just
I
die.
was still in this. Now, I couldn't afford to play it safe.
I think
needed an
murdering
attack
sends you to
that would
prison.
Finish him once and for all, and that meant doing a jump I've never done before. Come on, please make it. I did it.
No. What was that? What was that jump?
Well, that would be a 2-block downwards backwards jump. Wait, sorry, I messed up.
A
It's actually a
2-block
2-block
Downwards, backwards,
diagonal.
diagonal
This was it.
jump.
The pro lined up at the edge of the block and jumped backwards.
Come on, please. No.
I did it. I won the parkour battle. But against who? That was just a parkour pro. Why was another pro trying to attack me? And why did they not want me to rank up? What was all that stuff he was saying about how I was born to be at the bottom? There was too much to
my
think about.
gosh.
But I had to set that aside because now I still had to worry
Hello?
about surviving the
I
parkour
know.
course. And not even just the parkour jumps. Who knows if there are more traps
Hello,
waiting for me
agreed.
ahead. I took a look at the rest of the course. I could see the final stretch of jumps, and all I had to do now was a slime block jump. Let's go. All the days I was using my custom slime block jump to get to my bed were just practice
They
for
were
this moment. I
practicing.
jumped, and I made it. Now, I was standing on one of the final jumps of the course, and I could see the doorway up ahead. And now, we're
Hi,
the 3-block
Sunny.
vertical
Hi,
jumps,
Sheba.
but I've been practicing for this moment. I used my momentum to do all 5 jumps in a row. In
Oh my
less
gosh.
than 10 jumps, I would be a parkour master.
It's
Now,
happening.
I was at a tricky part. I've never even seen chain jumps before, but compared to surviving a surprise attack and parkour battle, it was nothing to me anymore. I made the final chain jump, and I was 1 jump away from becoming a parkour master. This was it. This was what everything was leading up to. The old man that helped me, the parkour master that gave me the totem, they all wanted me to make it to this point, and I wasn't gonna let them down. I jumped,
Oh my god.
and I made it.
They did it!
I actually did it. I turned around
It's
and looked
happening!
at how high I was off the ground. I had beaten the course that no pro even attempts to do. And now I'm about to rank up. Once I step through these doors, I will no longer be a parkour pro. I will be a parkour master.
A master.
The door opened, revealing an entirely different room.
Look how much
All of the walls
cleaner it
were made up
looks.
of quartz. What was society even gonna look like up here? I couldn't describe it, but everything was so perfect
I haven't
compared to
seen
the
this
layers
part.
down below. I looked over and I saw a lava parkour jump with dispensers in the middle. Oh, I know what this is. This would hopefully be the last time I ever have to wear pro boots again. I took off my boots and threw them in the lava. And now I just gotta make sure I don't fail this jump. I jumped through the dispensers and I was equipped
Gold!
with golden boots. I was now officially a parkour master.
But if this
the
is
last time I
gold,
ranked up to become
doesn't
a
that
pro, there
imply
were people working in the
diamond
parkour temple. But now I don't
exists?
see anyone here. I realized how different society was between the noob and pro levels. So
Oh my god.
how much
What
different
if
could
Diamond's
this
the
society
parkour
be?
king?
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. I walked up the stairs and I started to see the inside of the parkour temple. All right, I think I'm ready to see what society's like up here. I walked up the stairs into the Parkour Master Society. Oh my.
No.
Becoming a master of parkour civilization wasn't easy.
I'm on the
I had to
edge of
risk
my
life
seat.
finding a way past an impossible jump. I had to complete parkour jumps that I've never even done before.
I wanna
even had
know.
to survive a surprise attack while trying to rank up. But no matter what challenge I faced, nothing stopped me from ranking up to become
my
a
God. Did
parkour
you do that on
master.
purpose?
Now I get to be the first parkour pro to see what society is like up here. Oh my. This is what parkour civilization looks like as a master. Up here, only the best of the best can survive all of the jumps. One missed
Oh my
jump and I
God.
would rank down back to a parkour pro, and all of my work to get up here would have been for nothing. And now it looks like
That's
I'm gonna be fighting
crazy.
for my life every jump. As a parkour noob, I only had to do 1-block jumps. When I became a pro, those 1-block jumps turned into 2-block jumps. And now as a parkour master, everywhere I look is a 3-block jump.
Everywhere is a
Except now up here,
3.
there are parkour highways. It seemed like taking the highway was a little easier since the glass jumps were about 2.5 blocks. I was expecting life to be different up here, but I did not think it would look like this. I mean, were these even houses? These were more like skyscrapers. Wait,
Whoa.
could I actually buy a skyscraper as a master? I looked up and way up high, I saw a parkour master easily making the jumps. And just when I thought he was gonna die from fall damage, he just caught himself with a water bucket and moved on. I've never
No
heard
way,
of
a water bucket.
parkour being a thing, but that's when I remembered the parkour master that I battled came down the same way. So parkour masters can use
my
water
God.
to never take fall damage? Alright, well it looks like I gotta go find myself a water bucket. I made my way over to what looked like to be some sort of parkour staircase, and this definitely didn't look like an easy staircase to climb.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh no, my first day as a parkour master and I'm already in trouble? I turned around but didn't see anybody until a parkour master dropped down out of nowhere.
It seems like you're new here. You should probably get off the staircase if you don't have your water bucket yet.
Okay, I'm not gonna fight back on this one, not trying to make enemies on my first
Is he
day.
nice?
The master explained that I shouldn't be going up high without a water bucket because one missed jump and I'll die from fall damage. And he said masters never die from fall damage. Okay, so how do I get a water bucket then?
Do you even have a house yet?
No.
Nope.
Alright, buddy. You should probably get a house first. Like that one over there. You need something on the ground level. Something where you don't have to go up high for.
Are you serious? These are actually houses? Okay, so how do I get a house? The master showed me the building where I could buy my parkour skyscraper.
You're new here. I'll help
Parkour
you out a little bit. I'm
skyscraper.
kind of rich, so just take this and hopefully that will help you buy your first house.
You're rich? Wait, what does that mean? It was already clear that I knew nothing about what life was like up here. The parkour master dropped me 5 oak blocks.
The
Why
plank?
would he drop me these? Wait, how much is a skyscraper gonna cost? I made my way over to the shop where I was gonna buy my first house as a parkour master. I walked inside and this store looked nothing like all of the other shops I've bought houses from. Instead,
What?
there was just one giant hole in the middle. Okay, don't tell me I have to do this jump to buy a skyscraper. Is this even possible?
Okay, clearly you have no idea
Hey,
how this
alien.
works. You have to build your jump, buddy.
Let's go. I could build my own jump to pay for my house? Now I understand why the parkour master gave me these blocks. Alright, what am I gonna build? Wait, how do I even know this is gonna be enough to buy the house? Can't you just tell me how much the house costs?
No, that's your job. Just warning you, if you don't pay enough, I'm not gonna sell you a house.
Okay, I have to guess the price. That's just great. Let's just hope this 3-block diagonal jump works. Nice. Alright, did I get the house?
Bro, you're kidding, right? You're trying to buy a skyscraper.
Aw,
Why would you
it's
think
not
that would work?
enough.
If I had a dirt house to sell, I wouldn't even give it to you for that.
Okay, that's not good. Now I just wasted 3 of the blocks I had. How am I possibly gonna make a jump hard enough to buy a skyscraper with 1 block? Okay, let's see. This is a 3-block
A
jump. and then
360.
into a 2-block jump. Oh god, I have an idea and I don't like it. But if I'm gonna buy a parkour skyscraper, I think this is my only choice. This is such a bad idea. Why am I doing this? Whatever, I'm just gonna go for it. 1, 2. Oh, I cannot believe I just
double
made that.
360.
I've never even seen a 360, but you just paid me with 2 in a row. This is incredible. Let me show you to your parkour skyscraper.
If there's one thing I know
Yo!
about life in parkour civilization,
He got
it's that
it.
a 360 can solve everything.
All right, here's your new house.
I have to be the first person in history to have bought a house on the noob level, the pro level, and the master level. I cannot wait to check this out. Wait, how do I even get up here?
Oh, yeah, usually when people buy this house, they water bucket from all the way up up there to get inside.
I have to jump from all the way up there just to get up 1 block?
No, since you paid me a lot, I'll help you out.
The guy told me I could use this block instead of water bucketing, but he said as a parkour master, if you're caught using this, everyone will make fun of you. That means I'm gonna have to get a water bucket before I become a social outcast up here. Alright, time to check out the biggest house I've ever bought in Parkour Civilization. The downside about being a parkour master is every jump in my life is now so much harder. The houses up here had so many more spaces to fall through. I even had to jump if I wanted to go on the couch. But that's what it means to be a master in Parkour Civilization. Parkour masters are never supposed to fall, no matter how hard the jump is. So, I guess I have to do all these glass jumps every time I want to get to the top floor of my house. When I climbed up the ladder, I was in my very own garden. I didn't even know nature like this still existed in Parkour Civilization, but now I have it in my house. This entire level of civilization was still so crazy to me. I couldn't even believe half of the things I was seeing. Never in my life would I have thought I would have to swim up a waterfall to get to the top floor of my house. I was so amazed by everything around me that I didn't even pay attention to the fact that I was at 2 hearts. If I missed one of these jumps and took fall damage, it might be the end of me. But I'm a master now, so I never miss jump. No! I missed 1 parkour jump and I took 1 heart of damage, leaving me with 1 heart left. I was so focused on buying a house that I didn't even realize I had no food or no regeneration. I was still suffering the consequences from the ambush at the parkour temple. Now that I had time to process the situation, there was no way that person acted alone. Someone didn't want me to rank up, and whoever that is still out there. I didn't know. Maybe it was another parkour master, or maybe it was someone else. All I knew is that I was gonna have to figure out something quick if I wanted to survive. If I missed one more jump, my entire journey would be for nothing. So if I was gonna have any chance at surviving, I was gonna need to find a place to get food. I went down the parkour highway until I saw a massive building in the distance. I was just hoping that this was a place to get food because I had 4 hunger bars left, and I don't even want to think about what might happen if I lose the ability to sprint. I walked into the building, and so far I didn't see anything that resembled food. All I saw were dispensers and hoppers on the wall. All of the dispensers had different types of parkour items listed above them. Maybe this was a place I could go and get more blocks to build more jumps. Or maybe not. Why don't these machines even work? I'm not getting anything.
Hey, buddy, you're not seriously trying to rob the parkour bank, are you?
The parkour bank? I already knew parkour was how people paid each other in Parkour Civilization, but this was different. Someone walked up with a piece of paper and put it into the dispenser. In exchange, they got wood blocks for it. I realized the paper the guy put into the dispenser was something I was already familiar with. It must have been a daily task paper, which means not even being a parkour master can get me out of work.
Still
on the
working
other side
class.
of the bank, I saw a staircase that was definitely too hard to do with 1 heart left.
Hey man, I don't mean to assume anything, but the top floor is for people with money. You can come back when you're rich though.
How does every parkour master know that this is my first day here? Alright, well I found the bank, but that didn't help me at all. This situation was getting worse as I kept going on. I was now down to 3.5 hunger bars. If I didn't get food within a few minutes, I would lose my sprint, and every 3-block jump that I've been doing would be impossible. Okay, I really hope this place sells food.
Yeah, this is the place for food. You just gotta build your jump.
Oh, this is it. I'm done for. I have no blocks left. I have no way of paying for anything in Parkour Civilization. I'm gonna be the first parkour master in history to starve. How embarrassing is that? Wait a minute. Unless parkour can be used for anything, and that includes bribing parkour pros. Could I bribe a parkour master for food? Would that work? I mean, maybe it could. Where did that person just come from? Oh my god, she probably fell from all the way up there. Well, oh well, free blocks for me. Let's go, I'm saved. In my entire time in Parkour Civilization, I've never even seen ice jumps. But now wasn't the time to be scared of jumps. I needed the food. All right, what does 2 3-block ice jumps get me?
Dude, you seriously paid that much?
Wait, what do you mean paid that much? Did I pay a lot? Ice jumps were apparently worth a lot in Parkour Civilization because I got 64 golden carrots.
Please come back, bro. Anytime.
Let's go. I'm not going to be the first parkour master in history to starve. Now I actually have a chance to start living life as a parkour master. I don't even know what to do now. Do I go to work? Or
where did they fall
from? Water
from?
bucket. Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting a water bucket. I took the parkour highway until I found a different building. Hopefully, this would be the place where I could get a water bucket, because it didn't really seem like I was a parkour master until I got one. I walked into the building and I saw a giant glass staircase with a small platform on top. And on the floor, it looked like there was some sort of target.
You're here for a water bucket?
Oh, yeah. Is this the place I get one?
You don't just get one, you pay for one with your life. Climb up to the top of the staircase.
There should
and
be another
grab
one,
the
I'm
water
sure.
bucket. If
Surely,
you make
right?
it, you keep it.
Of course, I have to risk my life yet again. Getting a water bucket was the only thing different in Parkour Civilization. Usually, you pay for everything with parkour, but not this time. It didn't matter though. The fear of death never stopped me before.
Yes, sir. Somehow he ranked up. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Maybe he dies from the
Dumb.
water bucket, but if he doesn't, we'll be there to stop him.
I somehow made it to the top of the glass
Brutal.
staircase. I can confidently say that stairs are the worst thing about being a parkour master. But right now, stairs were the least of my worries. I opened the chest to see a bunch of water buckets. The only way I'm gonna be able to keep one of these is if I go for the water bucket jump and make it successfully. If I make it, I'll have the ability to unlock
They've
an
never done one
entirely new
before.
level of parkour. And if I don't, well, my entire journey's been for nothing. But that's the way life is in Parkour Civilization. You jump to survive, and I happen to be pretty good at it. Why did I do this to myself? I should have never ranked up. Life as a parkour noob was so much easier. I gotta say, life as a parkour master is
So they
awesome.
got it.
I mean, this is what it's like being at the top of Parkour Civilization.
No way. Did I seriously just catch another master doing a 1-block jump to get to his house?
No, I don't even know how this got here. Okay, now I have to start going to my house the real way, and that means taking a trip on the parkour
They
staircase.
did it.
Here in Parkour Civilization, masters should never be seen doing 1-block jumps. If you're caught, you will basically become a laughingstock in Parkour City. I tried keeping the 1-block jump to my house for as long as possible because I was avoiding getting to my house the real way. And that's because the real way to my house sucks.
A bit
If I
scary.
miss even one of these water bucket jumps, it would be game over for me. But everyone up here knows that
Kinda like
best
the
parkour
expectation
masters
society
never take
has of
fall
you when you
damage,
earn a
and
certain
I
amount of
was gonna
income.
be one of the best.
You're
Please don't
expected to
let me
take
die.
expensive
Oh,
holidays,
thank you.
expected
All
to
that
wear
just
certain
get to
clothes
my
to get
house.
accepted
But
in
this is the price I
society.
paid to become a parkour master. I defied death too
Even
many
if you're
times to
rich.
count to rank up. And now, as a master in Parkour Civilization, the
Crazy.
only way to survive is by doing the hardest possible jumps. These were jumps I could only dream of when I was a parkour noob. But now that I earned my water bucket, I have the ability to become the greatest master in Parkour Civilization. My first days on this level were confusing, but now I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. As a parkour pro, I was required to do a daily task every single
these
day.
aren't the
But
billionaires.
now,
This
as a
is, like,
master, I can choose to do a task
probably
whenever
equivalent
I
to, like,
want.
what,
Instead of being
500K a
paid in
year
practice time,
people?
the masters get paid with
Where the
blocks.
workplace
As a
expects you to
master,
go on
if you wanna
the
pay for
company
things, you have to
holiday and
build your own
dress well.
jumps. That means the more blocks you have,
still
the
have to
more
work.
powerful you are as a master. And right now,
But you
I
have to
can't
invest.
make many parkour jumps, so that's why I gotta work. Parkour
Billionaires are one
delivery
step
here.
Go
up.
in.
All right, let's hope
They
I can
probably
do
don't
this
have to
job
do any
well.
work.
Hey there, you wanted some parkour built, right?
Yeah, that's right. I ordered my new chain couch. You can put it right over there.
I
Well,
can't say I've
chain
heard of a
couch.
chain couch before, but I guess there's a first time for everything. All right, I think I built this right. Is this what you wanted?
Oh yeah, this is a real couch. Maybe if you're as rich as me one day, you can afford one of these.
Sure. Well, I hope you enjoy your new— Oh, shoot, no! Bro, am I seriously not gonna get a tip? Dude, that guy said he
Aw.
was rich too. I could have gotten some ice blocks or something. The truth about being a parkour master is
Damn.
that people don't always get along. Not only do you have to survive every single jump, but you have to be ready to defend yourself with parkour.
Whoa, 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 buddy. What do you think you're doing? Everyone knows I'm the guy who sells houses. Go and take a different job.
Wait, what do you mean? My job today is to sell houses. You can't just skip one day? Come on, man. I need the money.
That's it. Parkour battle. You and me right now.
Parkour
By
battle!
defend yourself, I mean being prepared for a random parkour battle at any point. For my first
Damn.
move, I attacked with a 3-block diagonal jump into a 3-block vertical diagonal jump. I thought it was a strong attack, but the parkour
Not
master
at all.
clearly had no problem with it. Now it was his turn to attack, and I was in serious trouble. The parkour master built a 3-block chain jump.
Let's see you try
Three
to
jump
defend against this
chain
attack,
jump.
buddy.
Wait, I don't even have chains to build with. I can't do this jump.
Then you have officially lost the parkour battle, and the selling house job is mine again.
And there it was. That was my first time losing a
Oh.
parkour battle. But that's just a part of the learning process for being a parkour master. But even though I've learned so much, there's one thing that I've yet to figure out, and that's how to get to the top of the parkour temple. If I make it up there, I could potentially be the parkour champion.
Yeah,
But
there's
I didn't see a
another
way
level up.
Back when I was a parkour pro, I could see the path on the side of the wall to rank up, but now there's nothing here.
That's because you can't see it. It's said that only the
It's
parkour
invisible.
champion knows the way up.
Standing behind me was the
The
master
parkour
that I beat in my
champion.
first parkour battle. He was the one who gave me the Totem of Undying and helped me find the way past the impossible jump. Without his help, I would have never become a parkour master.
He's really on the way
and
to
I
being a
wouldn't
rich
even be
person,
alive right
too.
now.
I knew giving you that Totem of Undying was a good choice. Now that you ranked up, you have the chance to save all of Parkour Civilization by becoming the champion.
Save Parkour Civilization? Wait, what are you talking about? Why do I need to be the one to become the parkour champion?
You don't understand. We are at war. We thought all hope was lost
War?
before you ranked up. You don't understand. People aren't supposed to rank up, but you did it anyways. You need to come with me now.
What is going on? There's a parkour war and somehow I'm supposed to be
They
the
made the
champion?
war?
Oh, what am I getting myself into? I should have never ranked up. I was happy in my
People are
mansion.
fighting
The
for
master brought me
better
into the
lives.
parkour temple,
Sounds
and I followed
familiar.
him until he showed me a secret room. When I walked inside, I saw a small-scale
Just
version
like real
of a map
society.
of the entire parkour civilization. The master said he had a mission for me. He told me to travel as far north as I could and find the highest
Is
parkour
Neo?
highway there is. He told me there's a building there that's extremely difficult to get into, but if I could get into it, I could get the truth about parkour civilization. He told me to go at night, and if I succeed, I might be able to save everyone. It was time. I woke up in
Oh
the
my
middle of the
God.
night. This was a stealth mission. If everything went according to plan, I would get in and get out and no one would see me. And obviously, that's assuming the parkour master isn't leading me into a trap, but for whatever it's worth, I trust him. If he was trying to stop me from ranking up, he wouldn't have given me the Totem of Undying. That means I can only assume if he wanted me dead, I would have been dead already. But at this point, I wasn't doing it for the parkour master. I was doing it for me. If there was any chance I could figure out the truth about parkour civilization, I was gonna take it. All I know is someone tried to stop me from ranking up, and this place might give me answers. I traveled north like the master told me to, and all the way at the top, I saw the parkour highway I needed to get to. There was no turning back now. Going up this might be a one-way trip, but if what I was doing actually could save parkour civilization, then someone's gotta be the one to do it, so why not me? Now that I was at the top of the staircase, getting to the parkour highway was a different story. I didn't even know if this jump was possible. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. I backed up to get momentum, and I jumped.
Oh.
No! I thought it was too short, but I made it.
You made
Okay,
it.
that was way too close. That better be the last time I do something like that. Given that
That
this
was
place I was
crazy.
trying to find wasn't supposed to be found, that probably wouldn't be the case. I kept going on the parkour highway until I saw
What's that?
a building. This one looked different than all of the other buildings in Parkour City, and I had a
I think it's
feeling
gonna be a
that it wasn't
parkour
gonna be
battle
easy
for
to
the-
get to.
for the-
But that's why the master sent
the
me,
ending.
the guy who's never failed a jump before. Yeah, let's pretend that's true. The entrance to the building looked like it was guarded by a difficult parkour course. As long as there were no people around, I was just fine with doing parkour. But if people were to show up and challenge me to a parkour battle, well, it's been a good run. This next jump was a 4-block jump. I don't think I've ever done a 4-block jump straight up before, but the master said that this mission would be difficult, and if there's someone to do it, it was gonna be me. I got momentum, and I made the 4-block jump.
They did it.
4-block jump down, and now, oh my god, what is this? I stood on a path of
Ice.
ice blocks, and at the end, there was a jump way too far to even comprehend. This could have been a 5,
An
no,
ice
6-block
slide jump.
I couldn't believe it. I tried looking around for barrier blocks. Maybe there was a secret path to this as well, but I found nothing. Somehow, I was gonna have to make this jump. And I think I had an idea of how I might be able to do it. Okay, well, I get one chance at this. Oh man, if only I was rich enough to buy ice blocks to practice. Oh, I do not want to do that again.
Oh my
There must
God.
be a parkour god looking out for me. Okay, back to the secret mission. Now, I was just hoping I didn't walk into an ambush. I walked inside and I saw a giant hole in the floor with some parkour jumps up top. I was thankful that I didn't see anyone waiting for me. And what I wasn't thankful for was this glass pane staircase. Oh man, why
How are
did
they
they
gonna
have to
get
make
out of this
staircases
place?
so complicated in Parkour Civilization? This was supposed to be a stealth mission,
Oh.
but the staircase is making it really hard for that to be possible. After too long, I made it up the staircase into the top floor. I looked around but didn't see anyone. All I saw was some weird pedestal in the middle and some giant screen. What is this thing? This looks so... What the... Look, I told you it was possible.
No way. That was actually incredible.
Oh my
All right,
God.
well, I got
You
my
were
money
right, it
for
was
it.
the
Let's go, I
friend!
got paid for parkour.
If you want, I can keep making more parkour for you to do, and I'll pay you for it.
Whoa, what just happened? How
Flash.
did I see that vision? That's my memory, isn't it? That's CWAT. I've lived that before. What is going on? I walked over to the screen and opened the book on the desk. It said, enter user. Well, I was here for information, wasn't I? Might as well see what this does. I put my name into the book and put it back on
Nothing.
the desk, and text appeared on the screen. Rank? Noob. Wait, how? I'm a
Oh my
master,
God.
though. But before I could think any further, someone appeared right behind me. Before they saw me, I ran and hid behind the bush. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good.
Oh man, going into work late today, I guess. Or early, maybe. I don't know.
So far, the person didn't see me, but that's when someone else came into the
Oh my
room.
gosh.
It was Siwa. I know him, don't I? He's from my memory. I saw him walk
Siwa,
up to the
he's a
desk and
pro.
start putting something in the book. And the player that was on the pedestal started
Well, he's a
moving.
master, he's
I
not a-
watched as this player with no boots walked up to a parkour jump and failed the one-block jump.
And we got another noob. Good. We needed more of those.
What is going on here?
You can come out from behind that bush, you know.
Oh no, this
Oh
is
my
not
God.
good. Okay, time to improvise.
I mean, bro, the bush is see-through. You really thought that was gonna work?
Okay, can you just tell me what's going on? Why did I see you when I stepped on that pedestal? We know each other. That's our memory.
Nope. That's just what every new person sees. It's a fake memory to make you think that parkour is how you succeed in life. I mean,
No way! It's fake!
why else would people parkour if it wasn't for money or social status?
So it was all just a lie? I don't get it.
Holy
What is this for?
shit!
These 3 jumps. That
No
new player
way!
just fell through on the first one. What happened to him? Siwa explained that these 3 jumps decide whether a new player becomes a noob, a pro, or a master. These 3 jumps.
Oh my
right
God,
when
no
you
way.
join Parkour Civilization decide your entire fate. How is that fair?
It's not about fair, it's about order. If you can't parkour, you deserve to be at the bottom.
This is so messed up. This is so messed up. How is this happening? I can't let this keep going on. I have to find a way to stop this. Okay, if I can attack
Challenge
him
him
with
to a
parkour
battle.
jump, he has no choice but to battle me. I have to do an attack that he'll never be able to do. It's time to go for the
360.
720.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I looked over and Siwa already had an attack built. It was with candles.
Yep, candle jump. One attack from this and it does 10 hearts, and that's good night for you.
I was finished. I couldn't attack. I couldn't do anything. I was defenseless. So what happens now?
Damn.
Despite my best efforts to get rid of you, I couldn't do it, so someone else will.
Siwa placed down a parkour jump made out of brewing stands. I've never even heard of parkour with brewing stands before.
Interesting thing about brewing stand jumps, they aren't just difficult, but they can deal any potion effect you want.
This was it. I had no brewing stands to defend myself. I took the hit and slowly started fading away.
Have
Oh my
fun with
God.
the champion in the arena.
No pressure at all. Just 1 minute
That's
before
crazy.
I fight the parkour champion. All right, I'm gonna take 32 blocks. I really just hope there's a chance that the greatest player in Parkour Civilization doesn't know how to do a 360. I was now getting ready to fight the parkour champion in the arena. The worst part is that I was only allowed to bring in 64 blocks to fight with. I had no clue
Whoa.
what the parkour champion was gonna attack me with, so I decided to take some of every block. This was life or death. If by some miracle
Flower
I could
pot
defend
jumps.
the parkour champion's attacks, I would have to use these blocks to build the hardest parkour jumps I've ever done. I wanted to believe that I could win, but deep down I knew that this could very well be the end of my journey.
Before you step into the arena, drop all of your blocks. I need to count if you're bringing 64.
These are the blocks I'm bringing. It should add up to 64.
You're good. You may now fight the parkour champion.
This was it. One way or
Oh my
another, this
God.
would be my final battle in Parkour Civilization.
just
The door
falls.
opened and I stepped into the parkour arena.
Because that's
It was
against the
time to
law, you
fight.
can't use
If
their
I
blocks.
somehow beat the parkour champion, maybe I have a way to save everyone in Parkour Civilization. But if I lose, which let's be honest here, is very much possible, well, let's just say I should have died a long time ago. I thought the parkour civilization I was living in was fair and a place where everyone could parkour to rank up in society. But I was wrong. I discovered the truth, that your entire fate is decided by 3 jumps. And there are people at the top of parkour civilization that will stop at nothing to keep this order. Unfortunately, I couldn't discover the truth without paying the price. And now there's nothing I can do.
Have fun
They
with the
got
champion in
drugged.
the arena.
And now it's time to fight the champion. Wait, what? You're not the champion? Who are you?
Huh?
You're a pro.
It's a
What are you
pro.
doing here? I thought I was fighting the champion.
Oh, yeah, you have to fight me first. Please just go easy on me, though. It's my first time here.
Oh no!
Okay, I guess I'm not fighting the champion first. I have to fight a parkour pro?
What happens
This
if
is
they
really weird.
lose?
I've never even fought a pro. What jumps can they even do? I forgot. For my first attack, I attacked with a 3-block vertical jump. I didn't want to do anything too crazy on my first attack because if I missed and let him get the chance to attack, I run the risk of taking damage. But fortunately, it seemed like this fight was going to be easier than I
Gonna
thought
kill
until
them.
something happened. The blocks that I used for my attack all disappeared.
It's
In the parkour
perishable.
arena, if you place blocks, you will never get them back. And now I realized why I was fighting a parkour pro. It was genius, actually. If I wasted all of my blocks before getting to the champion, I would have no fighting chance. Hey, quick question. The people who put you here, what did they say you were here for?
Oh, yeah, they said I would be warming up the crowd, you know, for, like, the fight.
Warming up the crowd. You know there's literally no one watching, right?
Yeah,
There's
I know.
no
Let's
crowd.
just get this over with.
Oh god, I'm a terrible terrible person. Man, this is the weirdest parkour battle ever. For my second attack, I built a 4-block jump. And of course, it was successful once again. But at this point, I wasn't worried about winning. I was worried about the blocks I was losing for every attack. There was no way I could afford to use more than 2 blocks for an attack. At least not in this fight. For the final attack, I did a backwards jump.
Did you just go backwards?
This is not going to be pretty. Oh, shoot! Oh, that was not how I thought it was going to turn out. It was a little unfortunate that I essentially wasted 2 blocks on that jump since he didn't even try it, but at least I survived the first parkour battle without taking any damage. So now what
Also, I'm
happens?
ordering
Do I
some
fight
food
the
now that I
champion?
feel a little
I stood
bit
there on the
better.
platform not knowing what to do until I saw someone jumping towards me. All right, this is it. This is
The
the
master.
battle for life or death. Let's get this over with. So, you must be the champion, right?
Me? The champion? You're joking, right? Look at my boots. I'm a master. Do these look diamond to you?
Okay, well, I don't
Champions
know. I thought
get
it was fighting the
diamond?
champion, so when does that happen?
You still have 2 more people to go through if you want to see the champion, but you're
Oh.
not making it past me. Let's go. Start the battle.
This is not good. I have to win 2 more parkour battles if I want to even see the champion. It was clear that the odds were stacked against me, but that wasn't going to stop me from trying. Now, I was fighting against a master. This means I couldn't hold back with my attacks. I was going to have to attack with harder jumps. I decided this was a good time to use one of my stairs. For my first attack, I did a 4-block diagonal stair jump, but I was in trouble. Even for myself, I knew the attack was too easy.
That's what you're
Of course they
attacking
can
me
do
with?
I was
that.
getting ready for the master to easily defend my attack, but by some miracle,
He missed!
failed it.
What?
The master didn't know, but I realized
Skill
he
issue.
built the jump wrong. He tried doing a harder jump than my attack. I got lucky with
What?
that first attack, but that wasn't going to happen again. I needed to do harder jumps.
He
I used
built
2
it
more of my
wrong.
stairs to build another 4-block diagonal jump. If I make this, I would only need 1 more attack to win the battle. But I missed. I came so close, but I didn't land on the stair.
That means it gets
Wasted
skipped.
another 2 stairs, I see. Even if you do beat me, you'll have no blocks to fight the champion with.
The master was right. I was running out of blocks quickly. I only had 1
What do you
stair
do?
left, and I wasn't even done with my second battle. I watched as the master
using
built his
ice?
first attack. I was gonna have to defend myself against a 4-block ice jump.
Go on, use some of your ice blocks. I'm sure you don't have that many of them.
He was right. I only had 4 ice blocks with me. Even the best case scenario where I defend
They
this
got too
attack,
much
I'll
wood
only have 2
blocks.
ice blocks left. I went for the jump, and I almost slid off, but I stayed on. Oh, that was too close. Okay. It was now my turn to attack, but this battle was taking too long. I knew what the master was doing. He was trying to make me waste all of my blocks. But
Go
there
for
was
the
no way I could
trapdoor
let
one.
that happen, which means I could only do one thing. I needed to build an attack that would end this battle right now, and I knew just the way to do it. In a parkour battle,
360.
the harder the attack is, the more damage it does. And I was about to attack with one of the hardest parkour combos I've ever done. All right, 4-block jump into a 2-block. Let's do this. I attacked with a 4-block jump into a 360.
Do
and I made it.
360!
Oh, let's go. I actually made it. That was the craziest parkour combo I've ever done. All right, buddy, your turn. 4-block jump into a 2-block 360.
This is impossible.
I watched as the parkour master attempted the combo and failed, and the damage was enough
They
to
killed
win the
them.
parkour battle. It worked. That parkour combo that I did
The
may have
360 is
saved
just
my life,
like-
at least for now.
It's
If that
too
master was telling the
broken.
truth, I still have to win one more battle.
yeah,
if
this is
I
what
wanna
you've been seeing
fight the
everywhere, yeah.
champion. There was nothing else I could do.
We're nearly
I
at
tried
the
looking
end,
around
though.
for a way to escape, but there was nowhere I could go.
Of the
the only
first
way
one, that
out
is.
of this arena is to continue fighting. From across the arena, the path opened up, and my third opponent jumped towards me.
F-Bo, you've come so far, but this is as far as you go. I'm afraid you won't make it past me to fight the champion. Let's begin.
Okay, let's do this. It's just another master. I just beat one before, and I can do it again. If I could finish this battle with a couple parkour combos, I might have enough blocks to fight the champion. For my first attack, I decided to build 2 4-block jumps. I thought this combo would be hard, but I had no clue who I was facing. The master
Trying to
made the
figure
jumps
out what I wanna
easily, and my
eat.
attack was unsuccessful. Now, I was in huge trouble. Unlike
like
all the
nothing
other people
open.
I faced in parkour battles, this master was not afraid to attack with his own parkour combos. And unfortunately
Oh.
for me, his was much harder than mine. The second jump in the combo was a jump that I didn't think would be possible. It was too far, but I had to try. My life depended on this. I went to defend the attack, but I
Slid off.
overjumped it. The attack dealt 5 hearts
Oh,
of damage.
lots of health.
Oh, this is not good. This is really not good. I managed to gain back 2 hearts, but my hunger was lost. This was it. No more second chances. No more regenerating health. I had to make these jumps. The parkour master attacked with an even harder combo, this time using 2 chains and an ice block. But by some miracle, I made it. Oh man, how did I just do that? This master was too good. No matter what jump I
You
thought
gotta
of,
do the
I knew he
360,
could make
right?
it. That's why I was gonna have to do something that's never been done in the history of parkour battles.
What?
And I was gonna have to do this first try. Finish it off with the 3-block candle jump, and we are done.
That's such a
Let's
big
go.
jump.
I'm probably gonna die. Let's do this. Flower pot jump to chain, chain to backwards jump to 360 fence jump, diagonal chain jump to the candle. I did it. I just
No
made
way.
the hardest parkour combo in the world.
No way!
The champion tasked me with making sure you don't rank up, but I now realize that's not possible. Your parkour is beyond me. You have my respects. Good luck against the champion.
Before I could say anything,
they
the master
conceded!
gave up and
Oh
just
my God.
jumped off. I won the 3rd battle, which means now
That's
I only
crazy.
have to battle the champion. And the champion is the one that tried to stop me from ranking up this entire time?
All of this parkour
Diamond
just
boots.
to die by the champion.
This was it. Standing in front of me was the champion of parkour civilization.
You put up a good fight, I'll give you that. But this ends here.
I watched as the parkour champion built his first attack, and it was a 5-block jump.
If you beat me in this
Off
battle,
the bat?
you become the parkour champion. And you could be the one that makes the rules.
They must
But
have
this
pots,
is my
right?
parkour civilization. And I never
Is that even
lose.
possible?
The parkour champion made the 5-block jump. It's not possible. It's just not. I can't do it. This was it. This was the end. There was no second chance, no backup I could call for, nothing to
getting
get
a
me out of this. I
gazillion
lost,
or whatever it's
and
called.
I won't be
Getting
the one to
food.
save parkour civilization. I opened my eyes and I was in a place that I knew all too well. I was
What?
down at the bottom. I was in
They're
the
a
parkour
noob
temple
again!
at the noob
No!
level of parkour civilization. I opened my inventory and I had leather boots on. After the battle with the champion, I am now a noob again. I let everyone down. I
way!
was supposed to be the one to save parkour civilization. And I couldn't do it. And now the champion gets what he wants. No one can ever rank up ever again. No one's free. People
Convenient.
risked their lives because they trusted me to help them, and I failed. And it was all for nothing. Now I'm just at the bottom again. I don't even have sprint. I can't even do more than a 2-block jump. It's over, right? The old man gave me the last ticket to rank up. And even if I did, what's the point? The only way I could save people is by becoming the champion. And he's impossible to beat. Well, it's out of my hands now. There's nothing to do. I mean, maybe I just go back to parkour prison. At least there I could get fed some better food. Rather have fish than raw chicken.
Down
No
at
way.
the bottom again, are we?
What?
Maybe I was wrong about you.
You were
Who's
wrong
that?
about me. Wait, who are you?
What's that?
Something tells me you already know the answer.
The strange man turned around and he was wearing netherite boots?
Netherite?
I
That's
do
a buff
not wanna do
diamond.
that again. There must be a parkour god looking out for me. You're the
He's the
parkour god?
parkour
But you were just
god!
a myth.
No
Is
way.
this all of your doing?
The parkour civilization I created was never intended to divide people, but the new
Oh my
champion had
God.
different plans.
And
Oh, my
you,
model's
you
breaking
wanted
again.
me to stop the champion, and I couldn't. I'm sorry you put your trust in me. I thought I was good enough. I thought I could do it.
You seem like all hope is lost.
I mean, I can't do anything. I'm back at the noob level. I can't get a ticket anymore. I can't even sprint. What good is a 1-block jump gonna do against the parkour champion?
As long as you can parkour, there is always a way.
Diamond boots!
The parkour god
Yo!
dropped a pair of boots on the ground and jumped away. What is going on?
Oh my God, he
I
gave him
jumped
back the
over
master
and grabbed
boots.
the boots that the parkour god left. These were no ordinary boots. These
Wait.
were diamond.
Diamond,
Only the
that means-
parkour champion wears these.
He's a
And now
champion.
I have them. I threw away my leather boots and I put
Diamond
on
Mama
the
keeps
champion
dying.
boots. Immediately, my hunger bar returned to full and I could see
No!
above into the upper layers.
God, he ranked
Oh
back
my
up!
god, this is crazy.
The
What is
god!
going on? What is going on? I don't know where the parkour god got these boots from or why he would trust
Oh my
me
God.
with them, but it didn't matter. This was my second chance. I don't know how I'm gonna get back up to the top, but I'm gonna find a way. Everyone's life depends on this, and that's why I'm gonna be the one to save parkour civilization. Parkour civilization was in danger. I thought people could parkour their way up to a better life, but I realized it was all just a lie. The truth is that the parkour champion controls everyone and everything. I thought I could be the one to put an end to it and save everyone, but I failed.
Alright, my model's
Luckily
really
for me,
struggling
second
today.
chances come around quite often, and I still have one more shot at saving parkour civilization. The only way I can put an end to all this is if I beat the parkour champion, and that means I have to get back up to the arena somehow. And
I'm
that was
dying.
gonna be harder than I
Oh,
thought.
sorry.
I had diamond boots on, meaning the barriers to the parkour temple shouldn't be here, but they were. and I had no way up. That means somehow I was gonna have to get a ticket. Oh, this is not good. I can't even earn a ticket myself, meaning the only way I'm gonna get one is if some other noob has one. But even if I got lucky and a noob hasn't used their ticket already, I couldn't find anyone. I was beginning to think that there were no noobs left and they were all in prison until I finally found one still standing. I asked the noob if there was any chance he had a ticket or even knew someone with a ticket so I could get into the temple. But he said that pros don't come down here anymore and do ticket challenges.
They don't.
It's impossible for parkour noobs to rank up at all. This
They
has
changed
to be
the
the champion's
system.
doing. If pros don't come down here at all, the noobs have no way of getting food. That means if I don't get up in time and beat the champion, everyone down here will die. There has to be a way I can get past these barriers. I mean, the parkour god wouldn't have given me champion boots for nothing, right? And that's when I remembered I had champion boots on now. These boots were meant for the person that rules parkour civilization. And that's when I thought back to what the champion said.
If you beat me in this battle, you become the parkour champion. And you could be the one that makes the rules.
If the parkour champion makes the rules, they had to be the one to place the barriers, right? Which means if someone placed them, someone can get rid of them. It was a shot in the dark, but I thought I'd at least try.
No way.
This is pointless. This is not gonna work.
No way.
Wait, what?
It could break the barrier.
I couldn't believe it, but there it was. I was staring at
Oh
a
my
hole
God.
in the barriers. This is insane. I can break barriers now? Ah, thank you, parkour god. Let's go. I got rid of more of the barriers until there was a space big enough to jump through. All right, let me make sure I'm not hitting my head on any of these. And now it's time to go save everyone.
I'm still
I
having
did it.
problems with
I was
my
now inside
software.
the parkour
Bear with
temple,
me.
and I was one step closer to getting back up to the top. Now that I was in the temple, it was time to start actually coming up with a plan. I was gonna have to find a way to somehow get back into the arena and fight the champion. And even if I do manage to do that, I still have to worry about beating him, which is a whole nother story. My rough draft of a plan involved grabbing blocks, and I thought I could get some here, but the chests were empty. Those chests were usually filled with blocks for the pros to do their daily tasks, but someone got rid of all of them. My idea of getting blocks was already off to a bad start, but I had a backup plan for where I could go to get more. I made it back up to the second layer of parkour civilization, but now was no time to celebrate. I still had such a long way to go to get up to the third layer, and time was running out. I made my way over to the place where I could get all the blocks I needed. The parkour training grounds should have thousands of blocks I could use. The last time I was in here, I was training to rank up to become a master, but something was off. The course I built to practice to rank up was still here. This doesn't make sense. Have
No one's
all
been
the
using
pros
it?
just been practicing this course I built? But that's when my situation
kill
just
all
got
the
a whole lot
pros?
worse. No, come on, they can't be empty. Why are they empty? All of these chests should have been filled with blocks to build parkour jumps, but they were all empty. Okay, this is not good. This is really not good. Something strange was going on, and I needed to find some answers. I took a trip back to where I used to live when I was a parkour pro. If there was anyone I could trust to talk to, it would be my neighbor. And that was assuming he was still alive. I found the house where my neighbor used to live, and thankfully, parkour civilization hadn't claimed him just yet.
Egbo, you're alive, and you're the parkour champion?
Well, I'm not really the champion. I mean, I guess technically I am. I don't know. It's a long story. I asked my neighbor what was going on, and he said everything has changed. He said that parkour pros aren't allowed to go down to the noob level anymore, and some masters came down and took every block, and they can't even practice anymore. This was it. This was truly the end of parkour civilization. First, it was the noobs in danger. Now the pros are, and soon it might even be the masters. One by one, the parkour champion is taking away the free will of everyone. And if I don't end this now, there will be no one left to oppose him. Alright, no pressure. The fate of the world is in my hands, and now I have to speedrun one of the hardest parkour courses there is. Unlike getting up to the pro level, there was no easy way up to the master level. If you wanted to get back, you had to do the course. Even though I've made this course before, this was different. Time was running out, meaning I couldn't waste any taking this parkour course slow. And I can't afford to miss a single jump, because if I do, well, then I guess the parkour god trusted the wrong person. Luckily, I made the course, and I was now at the master level. And now I was at one part of my master plan, which, well, has not been going to plan at all. If I don't get these gold boots, okay, thank you. Finally, something goes according to my plan. I didn't know if I would still get master boots if I had champion boots on, but luckily, I got an extra pair. Now that I was on the master level, I had to blend in. Any one of these masters could be working
blending
for the
is really
champion,
important.
and if they saw me with champion boots on, well, that's attention that I definitely do not want right now. At least with the gold boots on, the people working for the champion might not recognize me. Now was the next part of my plan. plan. If I have any shot at all of getting back into the arena, I was gonna need the parkour master that saved my life. But when I went into the secret room in the parkour temple, he was nowhere to be found. Of course, I knew it was too good to be true to have two things in my plan go smoothly. Now I gotta improvise. Now I had to figure out where the parkour master lived, and I had no way of knowing which house he had. The only thing I could do is sit and wait
Wait,
for
they
him
sit
to
on-
show up.
they
But
live
if
on
I
their
stayed
level.
down here, I run the risk of the masters on the champion's side finding me. I needed somewhere that
True,
would
they
at
might
least buy
recognize
me a
him.
little more time, and the only place I thought of was to wait at the very top of the parkour staircase. At least here,
Alright, I had to
I won't
reset
be
a whole
seen
bunch
that
of stuff.
easily, but if I had to get down fast, I had no water bucket to save me.
Okay,
I
I'm
realized
back
I
to
was
normal.
standing so close to the barrier between the master and the champion levels, and now I have champion boots, meaning if I put these on, will I
Will they be able to see up?
what life is like at the champion level? But
No
before I could
way.
put them on, I saw the parkour master I was looking for. Now this is the part I was not looking
Oh my
forward
God.
to. The only way I can
They
follow
don't
the
have a
parkour
bucket!
master is by taking fall damage. And I'm just hoping that the drop to his house isn't too far. And of course it's a 50-block drop. I'm never surviving that. Oh
Hell no,
man,
the
I have an
bucket!
idea and I don't like it. Yep, this is officially the worst idea I've ever had. Okay, no more thinking. Let's just do this. I got momentum and I jumped. I thought it was too short, but I made it. Oh, that was so crazy. I know the parkour god does not like me for that one. Even though I barely survived, I found the parkour master without being caught. And now it was time to carry out my plan to save parkour civilization. I told the master everything that happened, and I showed him that I had champion boots. I told him that if I was gonna beat the champion, I would need his help.
I can't believe you survived and you met the parkour god. We can actually save everyone. Just tell me what I need to do and I'll do it.
I had the master give me some blocks, and I told him to wait here for the next part of my plan. If everything goes right, I should have everything I need to get back into the arena
At least
and
he helped
defeat
him
the
out.
parkour champion. But that's assuming everything goes right, and so far, it
People
hasn't
down
worked
there are
out that way.
dying.
I jumped over to the parkour bank. To get back into the arena, I was gonna need more difficult blocks to build parkour with, and I think I know how to get some.
Hey man, I don't mean to assume anything, but the top floor is for people with money. You can come back when you're rich though.
Upstairs must be the place where the bank keeps their harder blocks.
Sir, you're not allowed to go up there.
Sorry, man. Got a bank to Okay, never
Well-
mind. I was expecting to see places where I could buy flower pots and candles, but instead, there was just a massive box with a door.
What?
Sir, this is a private vault for one of our most valuable customers. You have to leave immediately.
A private vault? I guess
They're
that might
only
work.
for the
You're
guy.
not getting into this vault. No amount of money could make me open this door.
No amount of money? Man, this guy clearly has never heard of one of my bribes before.
Just stop. It's not even worth it. What?
What do you say you open the door now? I take it you don't see a backwards 360 too often.
Okay, well I have to let you in now.
Let's go. I
What?
still
It's
got
just
it.
that
Please
easy.
just don't take anything.
Yeah, I'm definitely not listening to that. I started looking around the vault
They're
for anything I
empty.
could use, but most of the chests were empty until I finally stumbled upon a water bucket. Okay, I need blocks, but I guess I'll take this. I don't get it. Whoever owns this vault is supposedly rich, and the only thing I found is a water bucket. And 16 blocks, never mind. I thought this vault was a dead end until it wasn't. In the last
brewing
barrel, I found
stands!
16 brewing stands. Now,
They
my
can use it
plan
as an
could
attack.
actually work. It was time to go defeat the parkour champion.
Sir, I just wanted to let you know someone got into your vault.
You're the only one who has access to it, so explain to me how that happened.
I mean, I'm sorry, sir, but he bribed me with a backwards 360. I had to.
A
There's only
backwards
one
360?
person.
There's no one that can do a... No.
There's only one person
No,
that can do
how is
that.
this possible?
You know, someone told me something interesting about brewing stand jumps. They're not just difficult, but they can deal any potion effect you want. That's why I wish you the best of luck in this parkour battle, because if you don't make this jump, you're getting the slowness effect. I watched as Siwat tried to
Slowness?
defend my attack, but he failed. Alright, now it's time
Now
for
we
some
can't do
answers.
jumps.
I need you to tell me how to beat the parkour champion.
You're crazy if you think I'm telling you that.
Yep, I thought you might say that. Let's see, 3 block. Oh, that's plenty. Alright, one more chance to tell me, unless you want to defend another one of my attacks.
I think I can handle a 3 block.
Alright, man, if you think you can make this jump with slowness, be my guest. I'm just gonna let you know now that it's not possible, so in a couple jumps, you'll lose everything.
Okay, wait, don't. I'll tell you. Please, I like my life here.
Well, that was easy.
Ugh, I can't believe I'm telling you this. The champion uses barrier blocks to parkour. He's the only one that has
Barrier!
any left.
He built his parkour jumps
He
with
cheats.
barriers. That means I was right. The 5-block jump was impossible. He just used a barrier. Okay, wait, so if he uses barriers
Oh
for
my
his
God.
attacks, how do I defend against that?
Dude, if the parkour
You need
champion finds out
barriers.
about this, I'm gonna lose everything.
I don't care, just tell me.
Fine. There's a secret rule in parkour battles that says if you build a harder jump than an opponent's attack, your opponent will have to do that jump instead.
That's how I beat
Really?
him. I can just
What?
attack with a harder jump. Even if he does use barriers for his attacks, I just have to build better ones. Oh man, this is crazy. All right, let's do this. You need to send me back to the arena like you did before. And this time, I'm only fighting the champion.
Okay, so if you let me attack you, what's stopping me from just getting rid of you once and for all?
Yeah, I thought you might say that. That's why I got one of the best parkour masters I know to watch you at all times. And if he finds out I don't make it into the arena, let's just say you won't see the attack coming before it hits you.
Oh man, how do you even
Keep
do these
practicing.
jumps? I really hope Ebbo's plan works. There's no way I can make one of these.
Just as I thought, Siwa had no choice but to listen to me. Now, all that I was hoping for is that I would wake up in the arena. I knew Siwa couldn't be trusted, but I had no choice. This was the
Finally
only way I
happening.
could get back into the arena, and luckily, it worked. Now, I could battle the parkour champion, and this time, it was gonna be different. I got all of the blocks I needed, and I made my way into the arena. Now, it was time to see if Siwa was gonna uphold his end of the deal, but he did. Standing in front of me was the champion
my God.
of Parkour Civilization. All right,
That's
let's
what
go
I was
save
saying,
everyone.
Jumbo. It's actually kind of good.
I should have known the old man would give his boots to you.
What? The
Old man?
Doesn't matter. You can try as many times as you
The
want.
old man
Your
was the
fate remains
previous
the same.
champion. No
Parkour God
way.
didn't just give me random champion boots. He gave me the old man's. He was the old parkour champion. Okay, this is a lot to think
There's
about
no
right
way.
now. I just gotta worry about defending this attack. Well, Siwa got me this far, but now it's time to see if he was really telling the truth. The champion's attack was technically only a 4-block jump with a barrier, so the parkour combo I was about to do should be harder. I countered with a 3-block 360 to a 3-block fence jump.
What?
The parkour champion looked
What?
confused, and suddenly his attack disappeared. It worked. It actually worked. The secret rule Siwa told me about was real, and now the champion has no choice but to defend.
Yeah, that's how
my
he hit the
attack.
barrier
Except
block. Oh my
just
God, you're
when I
right.
thought I had the upper hand in the battle, the champion pulled out barrier blocks. Instead of building my jump, the champion built some invisible parkour combo. The barriers were invisible, and I had no way of knowing what sort of parkour combo he built. But whatever it was better than my attack, and my attack was now erased. That only left me with one choice, and I would have to build something even harder. I didn't
A
even know what the
huge string
champion built,
attack.
so I couldn't hold back on this next attack. I knew I had to risk it all. I pulled out a 180 vertical flower pot jump into a backwards 360 candle jump. And I made it.
Is
The
it
parkour
enough?
champion's attack
Yes!
was erased, and he had no choice but to either try my attack or build a harder one. But the parkour champion wasn't phased, and he countered my attack with the hardest known jumps in Parkour Civilization. These were Neo jumps, and he did 2 in a row. Jumps where you
Yo.
have to jump around a block in midair. I knew I couldn't do these jumps, and this was not the time to try them. But the parkour champion set the bar high, meaning if my next attack isn't harder than his, I lose everything. But if I don't make this jump I'm about to build, my entire journey is over. But that means the same goes for the parkour champion. Any
What
one
is
of these
that?
attacks will do more than 10 hearts. That means I have to make this. The parkour god trusted me with these boots to save everyone. And for the first time in my life, I actually felt like I was worthy of them. That I was worthy of being the parkour champion.
What? This shouldn't be happening.
I thought I had bested the parkour champion, but I was wrong.
This ends now.
The parkour
Oh no, he's using the
champion built
ultimate
an
jump.
attack that was directly over the void.
Either you go down or
What?
we both go down.
This was the end. The parkour champion knew he lost the battle, so he built a jump that would take us both down. And there's nothing I can do to defend myself. I knew deep down that this was most likely my last jump in Parkour Civilization. But this time, I wasn't gonna give up. Parkour God, if you're watching me, please just give me the strength for one last jump. I didn't expect my feet to hit the ground again, but they did. And when I turned around, the parkour champion had fallen. I won. I actually won.
They
It's
beat
over,
them.
right? I'm the new parkour champion. I'm supposed to be the one who can make the rules and save everyone. So how do I do that? But as I was standing there, something started to happen. My items in my inventory were gone, and I got teleported to the parkour temple. When I walked outside, I looked around, and I realized there was nothing
There's
above
no
me.
upper
And
level.
That's when I remember something the parkour master said to me. He told me that the champion is the only one who knows the way up. I turned around and looked at the parkour temple, and where there was nothing before, there was now a way up to get to the top of Parkour Civilization. That means my journey wasn't done yet. I still had to make it to the top. Luckily, I'm now considered the best in Parkour Civilization, so if there's anyone who can make the jumps, it was me. Only one
The
more set
levels of
jumps stood
writing
between
here
me and the top. I had
is
always
actually
dreamed of
crazy.
this day when I'd look up and I'd see nothing above me. But I never would have imagined what I'd have to go through to get here. Every jump I made and every jump I failed all led me to this point, to make it
Parkour
to the top
heaven?
of parkour civilization. And now I was here, and there was nothing, just pure emptiness and only the sky. I didn't have any idea of what to do until I saw a structure in the distance. I walked over and I saw blocks I've never seen before in parkour
What are
civilization.
those?
They were command blocks, and they were placed in front of a throne. I stepped up onto the throne and I got my pair of champion boots. But this time, they weren't someone else's. They were mine. It only makes sense that doing parkour on command blocks gives me the power to make the rules of parkour civilization. But
Oh my
before I
God.
start completely changing the entire rules of society, I needed to do something first.
Huh?
Well, I think it's time I give these back. I have a feeling you'll probably be needing them.
F-Bo, you did it. You saved us.
No, I
Oh,
didn't do
man.
anything. It was only possible because of you. And that's why I think you should be the champion. I don't know what to do with parkour civilization, but you were the champion. You know how to fix things. I just don't think I'm ready to be the— Whoa, what are you doing?
F-Bo, you think all of this was for me to become the champion again? I'm old, and you know parkour civilization better than I ever could.
Well, alright, I'm gonna need your help. With every 4-block jump on the command blocks, I can change the rules of parkour civilization. And with the help of the old champion, I'm not just gonna make things go back to the way they were. I'm gonna make things better than they ever were. Parkour was never about making or failing a jump. It was about getting up and trying again. The parkour god told me as
That's
long as you can
true.
parkour, there is always a way. And in my parkour civilization, people will always have a chance to try again.
And that's the first movie. There's more! There's more movies! Oh my god. Dang. That was... You can't lie! Is the voice that they have for it a little bit TikTok-y and kind of annoying? Yes. Is it a silly Minecraft movie? Hello?
Oh,
Yes. Did they do the Vine boom? Just a little bit too often. Fuck, where did I put it on here again? Wait, I think I accidentally deleted my own Vine boom. Yes! Thank you. But you can't lie.